Hey everybody, welcome to Noir Bar. Come on in. It's my birthday stream. Yay!
Happy birthday!
Whoa!
Feliz cumpleaños.
Holy fuck, we actually got the stream started. The band stopped playing because everything's gone to hell. Where's the band button? Where is it? Seriously? Well, hold on. Let's go with. There we go. Okay. There. Thanks, Weibo, for not being obvious about it. I appreciate that. That was good. And look what I don't have up. The chat. You know why? Because this entire stream is a disaster before it even started. It's starting like over an hour late. I haven't even sent out the invites to the people that said they were going to show up, but now it's so much later than when they said they were going to show up. I hardly expect them to finally be here. Irate Alex doesn't wake up for several hours yet because he's weird and British.
I'm not.
I've already been drinking tonight, and I haven't even opened my gifted bottle of Maker's Mark. I can't hear it shaking because it's too full, because it's completely unopened. And you know the best part about this bottle of Maker's Mark that I got? It's got one of those little gift bottles of Maker's Mark hanging around the neck. You know what I'm talking about? One of them little airplane bottles. You never seen one of the mini bottles? You know what I'm talking about here?
Oh, I think I'm.
Is he trying to hide his drinking?
Sorry.
Oh.
He's very obvious.
Look, the pseudo Brit is good enough, right? Yes, Vladdy. Yes, you're right. I agree.
Wow.
That was a deep cut, man. And from your girlfriend, nonetheless. Wow.
That hurts.
I'm surprised at the antagonistic relationship between the British and the Australians. I would have thought it would have been heavier between the New Zealanders and the Australians, but no. Ask any.
No, we just hate everyone.
Including ourselves.
Yeah, especially ourselves.
Copy on properties. See, this is the stuff that I probably should have done and I tried to do beforehand, but you know, it's all working. Okay, so seriously, what do you think of the birthday decorations? Pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
You loving this?
And I totally didn't see them the night before or anything. I am wowed the first time.
Wait,
Really not resist.
way to ruin the illusion.
Show them all.
I
only
what's
got
the
a little
cake
bit.
Jim Beam is right. Maker's Mark is made by Jim Beam. I try and make some sense out of that, but you know. Oh, thank you very much. I'm tired. Donated $20. Polly, I'm tired and it's all your fault. Take my money. Okay, I will. Birthday tips are best tips. And you know what? This reminds me. Speaking of Aussies that I never know how to deal with, here's Manic with the incredibly generous donation of a C note, and all she said was, "Happy birthday." Manic always leaves me stunned. She's so generous with her time and money and praise and so forth, and it's just what an awesome bar patron to have. Oh, before is Stooley the candle? No, Ryan Walters. You know, we had an extended discussion about Stooley last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, new and interesting things are coming with Stooley. I actually started your suggestion, Far. Keep it on the low, but.
You really did.
Yes, I did. And so we're new and improved things are going to be happening with Stooley. Poor guy.
Oh no.
You know, see, this is the thing. I actually started a Steam account because there's more gamers than there aren't gamers than there are not gamers. So like, you know, normal people. Of which I'm one. So I only judge you in hilarious mockery, not personal spite. But wanting to give stuff away online is really difficult. And there's a whole bunch of people that give away Steam gift cards, and that's a pretty straightforward way of doing it that can be effectuated immediately. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking of doing that.
Here, Polly.
What?
Catch you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Hit my mic. And you can look forward to a lot of that. Because this is my birthday stream, and I will be drinking. I already have been drinking. And it's a pseudoephedrine kind of night because my ear is like solidly plugged, which is feeling a lot better after I took pseudoephedrine. But at 60 milligrams of pseudoephedrine, bourbon mixes well, but badly at the same time with that particular medication. So you guys can look forward to it.
Holly, are you doing unwise things with your health?
Isn't he?
Yeah, what else is new?
Yeah.
So I want to scroll back all the way to the beginning because I'm seeing people that I haven't seen in a while. Like, hey, Hate Camel's here. It's awesome. This is happy birthday. First person here, by the way. Hate Camel and Cynic is here. And I'm not going to say thank you for all the happy birthdays because so many people are wishing me a happy birthday. This is great. Faithless says, late to his own party. I'll be late to my own funeral, sir. But I appreciate it. And Jim Beam is here and Daniel Fullman and Evolved Potato because Evolved Potato rocks. Well, Platty's here. Are you number one? Is that number one nowhere? And just shortened his name. Any monkey now. Any second now, Monkey will go live, and it's like Sod's Law. We should call it Monkey's Law. Wait, that's something else. Jesus.
Wait, what's Monkey's?
Monkey's Law is that as soon as Polly starts streaming, Monkey starts streaming. Yeah, it doesn't happen consistently, but often enough that you could consider it a guiding principle. I invited Monkey to come by tonight, and he said if I'm up, I'd be happy to. So, but we're going to have to find out if he's up or not.
He's not up.
Yeah, who knows, man? And I don't think it's not out of spite. It's out of just because everyone knows how Monkey starts streams, right? He gets up out of bed and wanders to his computer and starts streaming, And then pours himself a Diet Pepsi. Everybody hears it, right? Like he pours a Diet Pepsi after he sits down, so he doesn't even get that morning drink first. I don't know. Could you guys roll out of bed and just start streaming?
No.
Yeah, neither could I.
I gotta make myself look pretty first. Doesn't all just happen. Go out of bed.
I gotta caffeinate and nicotine first. I can't just get on. I guess if I had a coffee and I could smoke in my house without losing my security deposit, I would, but that's
You also have to put on a bra, though. That's very important.
You gotta put on a bra to stream?
Yeah.
Do you ever stream without your camera on?
Okay, now.
Okay, well, there you go. Excited audience. Don't tell me that I don't give you anything special. You got braless Weebo right now. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't put a bra on before I got on the stream, I'll have you know.
But you didn't put one on for it, and that's what counts. Jiggle physics in full effect. Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
That's never stopped weirdos online before. Have you ever thought of publishing pictures of your feet, but them not being your feet?
Oh, yeah, you mean like my boyfriend's feet?
Wouldn't the hairy toe knuckles give it away?
I could just wax his feet, it's fine. Let
It's
me.
amazing what a little Photoshop does.
Exactly. Yeah, I could just send them off to you, Polly, and you could spend the next 12 to 18 weeks photoshopping the hairs out of them.
Oh, that is a big ask.
Oh, got a snort too. Nice. Thank you, Evolved Potato, for the $5 there. Didn't want to break into the conversation, but here it is. Damn it, Polly. It's only 3 p.m. here. I got off work early to be here, and you're late. But I got my Rusky, a lemon and vodka, and my Grey Goose. But hey, I'm good to drink. Well, that's good. Good. I hope everyone's drinking, and I won't feel stupid for all the mistakes I make. So back to chat here. Gilcato's here. Hey, Gilcato, how's it going? And Ryan Walters and Pete. There's another. Just Aussies aplenty. And Richo, yeah, there you go. See, it just keeps going. And Weebo Jones is talking trash in chat because she's evil and bitter.
I am.
And Talek's here, and TOS is here, and Foxy Punk Chick is here, and Streamlabs is fucking up, showing a pop-up that... Oh, look at Ryan Walters with his incredible generousness. It went from, for $50, that's so generous. Yeah, you deserve naked Eva Green in a bed with a cigarette waiting for sex. I mean, am I right?
With the $50 donation?
Yes. And it's not just that. Do you know the pain that I went through? Because she's not just naked. Okay, that's from Sin City 2, A Dame to Kill For. And she's naked, like everything. You know what I mean? And I went through that clip that I cut out of the film frame by frame to put a shadow over, the parts YouTube sex bots search for. And yeah, scene by scene. So there's just enough shadow to cover up the things. And so, yeah, that is because the people deserve it, Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Ryan Walters. He says, happy birthday, Polly. Upgrade the potato to a vodka. Don't put it in a martini. That's a hard call, man.
Get a martini.
Well, that will be my celebratory drink the night. I won't be drinking bourbon or scotch the night that I do my first stream. I'll martini it with a potato vodka because those are the best martinis.
Call you get a martini up.
Weebo's a bartender, still doesn't know how to make martinis, and it's sad.
No, I've never had a martini. There's a difference. One.
You know what? I thought otters were ageless. They are. We're eternally cute. It's true. The one-ton hammer is here. At the same time, Reject is here. Mom and Dad of the Minions are both here at the same time. How appropriate is that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Invited Mom and Dad to your birthday party?
No, they just came back in time to the bar. No, I think that's pretty cool
That's poor
because
planning on your part.
They're both awesome people, and that's pretty epic that they're both here at the same time. Hey, guys. And Unholy Reaper's here because he's awesome. Great. Look at all the fuck ham and beans here, and the Greek god is here, and Mr. Dax is here. Fuck, everyone's here. Look, I'm just scrolling down through all the... Just Johnny Bon Sacco showed up.
But
Beth is
speaking of
here.
new computers,
What?
Speaking of new computers, though.
Oh, yeah.
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 Have I got a story? Holy shit. So, for anyone that well, probably a lot of people don't know, but at the moment, I'm on a new laptop. I have left Mac.
Congratulations.
Praise the
That was the
Lord.
transition.
How long were you with the iCult for?
Most of my life, to be honest.
And she is officially on a Windows running PC. Amen.
Yeah. Yeah. But here's the thing. This has been a process getting this laptop, which I'm about to go over. So, to give you an idea, this started on my birthday at the end of April.
Okay.
Where it's like, okay, I have the money for it. Fuck it, I'll buy myself a birthday present, a new laptop, because I need one. Like, I did actually need a new laptop. Okay, go to JB Hi-Fi. Yeah, look, that one looks fine. Hey, Platty, does this one look okay? Yeah, that's fine. Okay then, buy it. Ends up being declined and have to wait a money for it, get my money back. Okay, great. At first I thought it was because I was using a VPN and it was being fucky with the website or something. Turns out that's not the case because a week later, exact same thing happens. 1 week after that, Freddy says, hey, why don't we go to Newegg? Okay then, let's try this. And when we do this, we decide, okay, at the same time, we're also gonna need a USB hub and a hard drive. We managed to get the USB hub, but for whatever reason, it decides to cancel the laptop and the hard drive. Oh yeah, and also bans my account for suspicious activity.
What'd you do?
It was in Australia. It's a continent of thieves. What did you...
Well, it turns out...
You were alive. That was all you did.
Love you guys.
I figured it out later on what was happening. Basically, I was the idiot and thinking, yeah, it's totally fine to use my, card to do this, and apparently there's a limit on it where if it starts to, approach what it considers ridiculous amounts of money, it's gonna get declined on online purchases. And I did this 3 times before I realized it.
What's the definition of insanity that Einstein proposed again?
That would be.
Yeah.
You got it.
So I end up sending the money to Flatty so she can go through it for me. Because, you know, maybe I should not be the one touching this.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes and buys it, along with another hard drive, another USB hub. And then we figure out, maybe a couple of weeks later, oh shit, now I have 2 USB hubs. They both turned up in the same package. And then, like, maybe a little bit after that, I finally get the hard drive, and then we're sitting there waiting, like, okay, where's the laptop? Where is it? Turns out it never actually left the United States. It had been at least a month or so before we found that one out. So we end up getting a refund from that.
Package tracking.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so on to laptop number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone keeping track? This is laptop number 5. Laddie goes and buys it. I'm looking at it still, and it's immediately refunded back because it just happens to be out of stock suddenly. So, he just goes and buys a laptop for me without me even looking at it. It's like, that fine? Yes. That's fine. I'm probably fucking cursed at this point. Let's just leave it at that. This laptop ends up arriving on August 10th.
So how long was the entire expedition until you had your current laptop?
April 29th is when this started. My birthday. And I ended up getting the laptop. But here's the kicker, because it doesn't end there. It arrived, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's so exciting. I finally have this new laptop where I can actually do shit. Finally. So I'm sitting in Discord with Platy and Zelthor. I'm like, yeah! Let's celebrate! So I'm opening it up and getting everything out. I look at the power plug. It's an American power plug.
Because they have weird sockets in Australia. I didn't know they had.
Oh,
They look like sad faces.
They do. And how appropriate is that?
I end up
You
getting
live in the land down under.
the laptop, and I need a fucking adapter. So I have to go out, get an adapter for it, and then finally, I had the laptop.
What
Just-
happens if it breaks?
The adapter?
No, the laptop.
I don't fucking know. That was the thing I was so scared of when I got it. Like, it finally arrived. Right, and I'm thinking, oh shit, this had better work. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it's suddenly, you know, you got it, and then it's like, it doesn't work, or there's something really fucked up with it, because I don't have the best of luck with laptops half the time. Like, I really don't. I've had a laptop in the past where you had to... There was something really fucked up with the motherboard, so my cousin ended up having to bake it in an oven to get the solder to reconnect.
You're not supposed
Yeah,
You're not supposed to pronounce the L.
whatever. Shut
No,
up.
you.
The solder.
The point is, I don't have the best of luck to begin with when it comes to laptop. So I was already kind of scared it was going to arrive and just not work. Having the cord just be an American cord is probably the best thing that could have happened to me. At least the solution for that is just get an adapter.
Alright.
But
I think
thank you for listening to my tale.
But you
I've been
didn't...
holding on to that
Invigorating.
for a fucking month. Fucking hell.
Again, Naked Eva Green. I love Naked Eva Green in my bar. Thank you, ex-Bubba Hotep, for the very generous $20. Happy birthday, good sir. Oh, and appreciations to you, good sir. I'm opening up a soda here because it's time for the shots to begin. The stream is messy. And,
Alright.
you know, shouldn't it be?
I mean, are we gonna have a repeat of last year?
In more
Shut
than
the
one
hell.
way, I don't think anyone's going to be able to show up that was invited because I started late or I'm starting too early. Goddamn Brits. Am I right?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, damn the Brits.
Fuck the Brits.
Fuck them.
All right, let's let the mess begin. Well, part 2. I'm 4 beers, but that was like 2 hours ago. And then pseudoephedrine. And now bourbon. Yay! Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Okay. So, the oakiness. 90 proof. Never accept anything less than 90 proof. I had 80 proof shits
About
for
like-
weaklings.
About like 80.
No.
Yeah.
Does anyone... have any of you ever wondered what Weebo Jones sounds like with her face crushed into a pillow? Well, now you know.
Yeah.
I'm sitting up.
Lies.
I swear to God. Hand to Jesus. Alright, I'll take a picture right now.
What? Hand to Jesus. Don't bring up God. Far gets bitter.
Hey.
Here,
I
Polly.
said fuck God one time.
Wow. Not in this bar, madam. Wait a minute.
Right, just gotta crop out my saggy boob.
There's a what?
Don't tell them that.
There's an otter emoji.
What
I don't
is
know.
it?
Yeah, Thexord, the bearded. Just that sure looks like a otter, but it's so
Yeah,
small.
there is an order. Oh my god.
Why am I only finding this out right now? How did I not know that?
Hey.
It's like the whiskey glass with the ice cube. I didn't know about that for like until 6 months ago.
That's your loss.
Yeah. Oh, and
It's
Ryan
called
Walters
Jesus.
purchased his first firearm. What was it?
How do you spell Jesus?
Jesus have an A.
No.
Oh, okay.
What?
Hey, Polly, check your Twitter.
Does Jesus have an A?
I don't want to.
Check that. Another place.
Oh, thanks, Monkey. I was gonna send you a link as you said you might be coming on, but I see how it is. No, but thanks seriously for popping by, man. I appreciate it.
Where does he have to run to?
His own stream.
Yeah, his own stream maybe.
Cripple, though. He doesn't run. Hobbles.
Right.
That's a good point.
Hi.
Can we believe the man who lies so obviously? Oh, Ryan Walters picked a 9mm Smith & Wesson. Good choice. Same thing Platty got.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that's right. Look at that. Now we're assuming that this picture was made, was taken right now. Because you look obvious.
Deep fake.
You kind of look pretty bright and perky for somebody who claims to be so tired.
You don't understand. Alright, I had to like pinch myself to get my eyes to open now.
You. Okay.
That's the look of a deranged, crazy one.
Did you pull a nose hair?
No, I don't have nose.
Everyone has nose hairs. Yeah, in any case, the Jordan 250's here. Hey, Jordan, how's it going? And this is Kyle. See, I feel so bad that I'm not like naming all the people that bothered to come show up, which is great. We might end up doing it like tomorrow night because like so many people aren't going to be able to be here. Like Alex, Sinatra. Sinatra's having crazy internet problems, even though he's able to upload videos and sometimes
It happens.
stream, but then cuts out. And he's got intermittent internet problems where you'd think the guy lives in Western Australia or something. It's
You know, I feel insulted, but it's true.
they sang to me on Lords of the Night tonight. Oh, I'm gonna go back and clip that.
That's...
Yeah, it is. I've got a cut of Alex. I heard Alex singing "Happy Birthday" to me from last year, and Alex is actually
Oh,
a really
right.
good. Yeah, he's actually
The one that you played, and it destroyed all our eardrums.
well, it was unfortunately too loud. It happens. Hey, Frank Hubbard's here. How's it going? Assassin the Grey is here. Oh, he's not here. Never mind. Well, the person who's not here said he's not here, so he's not here.
That's what I
But
heard.
Alex was on a stream and saying happy birthday, but there were two other people who sang it to at the same time. So instead of singing happy birthday, Polly sings happy birthday to all three of you. Now, I imagine that to be him singing happy birthday to me, Blair White, and Nas, who were all born today.
I am drunk. So drunk. I can't.
Hey, this is Kyle. Thank you for the tip, the $2. Very generous. I appreciate it. Only place Monkey goes is down the stairs. See, that's a great example of why I should be reading these things out before I read them out loud. Someone's going to put in something here about, the JQ or something, and I'm really going to get myself in some deep shit. BG's going to do something because that's how BG rolls. And
Someday.
Did 3-4 Yoda just say that you look like a fat Mrs. Claus on Twitter, Weeva?
Oh,
Did I?
that's me.
Eh.
Ham
I
and Bean
could
said they
dig it.
didn't sing to Blair. Yeah, well, some people. Excuse me,
Oh,
Chaos.
it's the glasses, isn't it?
Oh, I get it. Yeah, okay.
Nothing wrong with the glasses.
Not because I'm chunky, but because I'm wearing eye corrective.
Do you notice how
It's-
fast she went and checked as soon as I said that? Like, it's...
I had it open.
Uh-huh. What was I going to say there? Oh, yeah, KSE, being a big fan of Blair White, someone who pointed that out to me, that she was born on September 14th. It's the best day to be born, arguably. Am I right?
Actually, yeah, I was born.
No.
For-
My birthday.
For girls. Well, wait. Well, no, Blair was not born a girl. See, it all works out. I'm gonna go for shot number 2 here already because it's just shot number 1.
Oh, okay.
Shot.
Shot number 2.
Yeah, shot 1 didn't do it. Yeah,
Driving you to
so. Yeah. I love how Cult of Krill's responding on Twitter but isn't here in chat. Like, what's up with that? Oh my god, Pop-Tart's here. Hey, Pop-Tart. Thank you for the birthday
Hey.
wishes. Oh, wait a minute. She didn't actually wish me a happy birthday. She just asked if it is indeed my birthday. And yes, the answer is yes. So,
Are
hold
you
on.
sure about that?
That it's my birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it the 15th now?
Not until the sun rises.
That's not how it works.
Yes, it is. Those are the rules I
That's not
live
how it
by.
works.
How long have you known me?
Nope.
This is...
Question. I'm not good with time.
Okay, you know what?
Well, I have a calendar.
I think I'm going to start with something I wanted to cover here. It's over here so you guys can see it. I have been holding on to this article for 6 weeks now, I think.
Ooh.
I don't know if you remember, Far, but I mentioned a while ago that like we could do this on Noir Bar, we could crack jokes about it in Discord or whatever. But when I found out about this, I knew that this was so extra that I had to save it. And I realized, oh shit, my birthday is going to be in like a month from now or whatever it was. I'm holding on to this one because it's just that special.
Okay. Yeah, I do vaguely remember something like
I got to remember how to turn on the screen capture, which I don't know how to do because I'm...
Oh, you were
You're drunk.
smart.
Oh, Ebony Williams is here. Hey, Ebony. I didn't see you in chat, and I feel bad now. Oh, thank you for the $20, so generous. And you get a naked Eva Green. That's awesome. Happy birthday to the drunk-ass otter. Much love. Much love to you, too, Ebony. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it.
Love.
That's what she read. W-U-V. Yeah, I know as hard as it is for you two to believe, there's people in this world who actually like me. God damn it.
I
I notice she stopped short of saying she liked it. Fuck. Expo hooked up again with a $5. It isn't the next day till I wake up. That's what. See, it's we came up with this Zelthor and I this rule a long time ago. It's the rule of Proto Dawn. It's not the next day until I've gone to bed and woken up. So it doesn't matter if it's 7 a.m. and the sun's coming up. For anyone who ever catches me over in Irate Alex's chat, like when he does Irate Alex live, like I'm still awake from the night before, and it's like 6, 7 a.m. for me. And it's whatever weird British time it is, where they're having clotted cream in the afternoon and stuff.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
Those things.
I'm getting attitude from a 93-year-old and her imaginary friend. Lucky Pop-Tart
Yeah.
works at the best places. Yeah,
Oh.
she's got all these stories of it. Well, sometimes they're great, and sometimes they're just exhausting, and they make you realize what a trooper she is. Ebony Williams, I've been here since the beginning. Oh, fuck. See, like I said, I knew I felt bad about missing someone, and I'm sure I've missed many more people too. But hey, Ebony, glad you're here. The Chaos Eva's still here. I thought she might have fallen asleep already because I saw her earlier. Glad she's here. Like I said, Mandy G. There's BG. Let's just talk about BG, because if anyone's gonna bring my channel to an end, it's gonna be him. See, Jack has repeatedly said that he's the one that's gonna bring an end to my channel. I don't think so. It's gonna be someone in chat, and if it's gonna be someone in chat, it's gonna be BG.
Oh yeah.
But maybe I want to be the one that.
Do you think you can compete? You may be Polish, but you're not going to bring up unfortunate happenings in Poland from 1942 to 1945. He will.
I'll go on Wikipedia right now.
Do you need to?
Yeah.
To know what I was...
I need to be specific about the dates.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Accuracy is kind of like.
I was concerned there for a
Okay.
second. It's like, you don't know generally what I was referring to? All right. Let's talk about somebody who's also...
Oh boy.
I'd share screen over here so you guys can see it. Boom.
Oh.
I give you... Oh, it's flashing. God damn it. Is Chrome ever going to work right? I don't think so.
No.
No. Why would they want that? There you go. And it's flashing. Okay.
Yay.
How many times do I need to reshare this so I'm not causing them epileptic episodes? Round 3.
It's fine. I like
Okay.
epilepsy.
I give you
I know what this is.
Oh,
I
saw
give
it.
you general butt naked.
Yeah. I know what this is.
Normally I wouldn't just bring up a Wikipedia page, but the details are here. And the man's just factual life events are enough. You don't need some smartass writing an article to make it funny. And by funny, I mean horrifying.
Count Dankula did a video.
Did he? Well, I don't watch
Yeah.
Count Dankula.
Why not?
Well, I just don't.
Yeah, why don't you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Well, I've watched some. Like, I've watched like a couple of Mad Lads, and
Yeah, it's a Mad Lads.
but regularly, no. Thank you, Gil Cotto, for the $25. You get a naked Eva Green. Happy birthday, Polly. Also, as in tradition, Polly, get a Streamlabs, Polly. We believe in you. You can do it. Yeah, it's been so long since somebody's told me to get a Streamlabs.
Like a thumbnail, Polly.
Yeah, around this time last year.
Aren't you happy you did it?
I'm generally happy I did it. Oh, James Colley, thank you for the $3. Much appreciated. Nope, it's going to be me. Hashtag Polly abuses Jack. Hashtag Polly makes Inquisitor watch. And, yeah. And is snorted through places. Nope. See, I saw what you were doing, man. Motherfucker, you.
And is.
I just dropped out the bad words, and it didn't make much sense, but I still have a channel, and that's what counts. He spelt
For
it.
now.
He spelt it sneakily, hoping that I would just read it. And I'm only 2 shots in, man. It's a good attempt, though. I'll give you that. And Thexor, thank you for the $20. Greatly appreciated. It's my first time in this bar. What do you have on tap? Also, happy birthday. We have Dad Zeus Me brand ale. It is it's alcoholic.
We're not sure what exactly it is,
It's a bit hoppy.
but it's alcoholic.
Got hints of
Ew.
wheat in it.
Well, all right then, fine. Everybody already knows who General Butt Naked is because apparently everyone watches Thankula but me.
No, but it's
Except for
fine.
you.
Do you already
It's
know
so
who he is,
funny.
Rebo?
No, I didn't watch that.
Okay.
Like,
So,
it's still funny and worth talking about, because holy shit, there are some things in that where it's like,
Explain it to me in minutes. That's when I should probably go to bed.
alright. Basically,
he's
Well, I think
he's
he
a
just-
crazy man who's like a cannibal and ran naked into battle and etc. and then became a born again Christian religious preacher after killing many, many people and playing soccer with decapitated heads.
oh yeah, and recruiting
Ooh.
child soldiers.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a specialty of his, the child soldiers.
Don't stand, child soldier.
But elsewhere,
Pretty sure, like,
But
the child
everything
soldiers
else,
also
you know,
gay.
I could probably exception for if the name of. So I don't know.
you know what my favorite part of General Butt Naked's entire story is?
What?
It all happened in Liberia.
Oh my
That's a good
god.
place for-
I mean, it all happened in Liberia. Okay.
America 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Josh Milton Blay person, better known by his nom de guerre, General Butt Naked, is a former commander forces under the wider control of the Liberian warlord Roosevelt Johnson. He was known for his violence and atrocities during the first Liberian Civil War in the early 1990s, undoubtedly caused by white supremacy.
Rough.
Oh, right.
Once described as the most evil man in the world, it was said in 2008 he killed at least 20,000 people and carried out regular human sacrifice and cannibalism of children.
It happens.
Yeah,
Wait, of children?
I'm sure the West is responsible for this somehow. He stated that he was originally a tribal priest since the warriors converted to Christianity and become a preacher. He travels around Liberia preaching peace and love, denouncing his old way of life. Because, I mean, well, what else are you going to do?
Check it.
Like, after the Civil War is over, you're kind of out of options, am I right?
Yeah, right? Like, it's like, well, either continue or and potentially get arrested or something, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no longer like that. Don't worry about it. Sorry about that. Worry about it.
He personally said that he led his troops naked into battle, except for his shoes and a gun. He believed that his nakedness was a source of protection from bullets. He stated he would regularly sacrifice victims before battle. Quote, usually it was a small child, someone whose fresh blood would satisfy the devil. He stated to the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, sometimes I would enter under the water where children were playing. I would dive under the water, grab one, carry him under and break his neck. Sometimes I'd cause accidents. Sometimes I'd just slaughter them.
Jesus.
What? Dick. I don't like him anymore.
You did before?
Well, I mean, I found the running naked into battle a little bit in, but no, it doesn't make up for this.
Of all potato, thank you for the tip. If anyone is going to bring Polly's channel down, it's going to be Polly. Well, we can hope. It'd be nice if it was me. Remember this quote that he said completely in his free will. Fuck the orphans and puppies, especially the ones with cancer. That is 100% Polly, and you can't mislead him that he didn't. That was taken out of context.
What was the context, Polly?
I don't remember. I was probably drinking.
Yes, and
I remember somebody reminded me of the context. Somebody was fucking with me. It was on a Noir Bar, I think, and they said, "Well, what about the orphans and puppies?" And I said, "Fuck the orphans and puppies." I think that's what happened.
Probably.
So General Butt Naked says before leading his troops into battle, he would get drunk and drugged up, sacrifice a local teenager, drink the blood, and then strip down to our shoes and go into battle wearing colorful wigs and carrying imaginary purses we'd looted from civilians.
Imaginary curses.
So,
Yeah.
carrying imaginary purses we'd looted from civilians. So you pretended you looted them from civilians, or you actually loot them from civilians and then
Or
pretend
you-
you had them?
Pretend to loot what was essentially purses for imaginary civilians. Like, the civilians were real, but the purses were imaginary.
This is really convoluted.
How did Thexor just make my channel sound like it's suffering from ED? intermittently. Polly's channel might get down, but it'll get up again. They'll never keep it down. Oddly phallic.
That's
We'd slaughter anyone we saw, chop their heads off, and use them as soccer balls. We were nude, fearless, drunk, yet strategic. We killed hundreds of people. So many I lost count. During the First Liberian Civil War, he had a mercenary unit, many of whom were child soldiers, which were known as the Butt Naked Brigade. They were funded by Roosevelt Johnson and fought alongside the United Liberation Movement of Liberia for Democracy. That's right, that was the party.
I want a butt naked brigade.
Did they realize that when they came up with that name, that putting the root word of liberty in there twice, as well as democracy, makes it sound fake on the face of it?
Don't worry about it.
The
no,
United...
the more time you reference liberty, the realer it gets.
Yeah.
Me and my
The
friends
more
in
legitimate you know it is.
me and my friends in political science came up with this idea while we were drinking, that we should actually come up with a proposal that would never be printed in a peer-reviewed journal, but we figured that some like C journal out there would print it. Where we were going to do an actual statistical analysis on the likelihood of the UN condemning a country that was an actual Westphalian state as being tyrannical and authoritarian, if it had the name democracy, democratic, or republic in the country's name. That there was a higher statistical likelihood that if you named your country something like that, that you were going to be oppressing your people. That you would be not any of those things. Like, think about it. The Democratic Republic of the Congo? Does anyone here want to move to the Congo and live in a democratic republic?
I did.
I mean, America's a democratic republic. Wait a minute.
On that note, I was going to bed.
No, you're not.
Oh,
I have to. I have work in the morning.
Oh, fine.
well, thank
Letting
you
me
for
go to
coming.
bed.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Sorry I couldn't stay longer.
It's okay.
If it were in a weekday, or
No.
if it were earlier.
No, like I said, we're going to probably do part 2 tomorrow because I managed to start so late tonight, and sickness and tiredness. By the way, you say you're tired. I only got 3 hours and like 15, 20 minutes of sleep last night. I mean, Far knows. You know what time I went to bed? At like 10 a.m. And then I had to I got like 3 hours of sleep, and then I had to run out and do a whole bunch of shit.
You're used to it. And I have to
Okay.
work with customers.
Customers. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming by, Weebo. It's greatly
I have to be
appreciated.
pleasant.
All right. Well, then, so you just said you'd come on tomorrow night? Well, that's great. Thank you. We'll be happy to have you.
I didn't agree to that.
Yeah. You know who else didn't agree but tacitly agreed? Inquisitor. I asked him if he could come on. He says 12-hour work chef, plus I have his Monday paint stream, and I totally forgot about his Monday paint stream, which he does have over on the Minions channel. And so I'm like, oh, okay, well, that means he's implicitly saying he will come on tomorrow night. That's how I read it.
I work a double tomorrow. I work a double the next day.
And you're still willing to come on? Chat, come on. Let's just...
Oh my god! Okay, bye. Good night. I'm not agreeing.
Good night.
with you.
Have a good night. Round 3. Here we go. Okay. You know what? I'm going to send... that's enough about general butt naked. We should have had Happy Bird up.
Yeah. Oh, should have.
Oh, shit. Can't have
That is a
Bird.
happy bird type
Yeah.
thing right there.
Move him over here so he's not covering the presents. There we go.
This is no longer your present. A happy bird.
Exactly. Well, it kind of looks like he's taking weird dominion over anything he's hovering over. And that's the point, right? If any of you watched Deadwing Dork, this is Noir Bar Sangi. So,
Yeah.
you know, according to the Hangout, Weebo's still here. Is she still here? Does she fail to hang up?
I know. I do see. Yeah. Right.
I think she failed to hang up, guys, so that we can listen to her snore.
That,
Oh, there she finally goes.
ah, there she goes.
She was sitting there, she was sitting there listening to see if we say anything bad about her. This. Her. Far, what would you like to do next? Would you like and chat? Would you like to cover strange facts about seahorses? I know, odd, but it's there. Yeah. Or we can do the shaver mystery. Parents who are raising their children by astrology. Yes. Parents who are raising their children by astrology. Or
Why?
a wiki how. Or we can play Two Truths and a Lie. Up to you.
Taking notice that the police blotters is not on there at any stage.
Oh yeah, we could do the police blotters too. Oh, we've got lots of content here. I was afraid we wouldn't have enough, but I think we've got plenty.
There you go.
If anything, more than enough, because I don't think we're going to do a lengthy stream. We'll do it in 2 parts, and I'll show up drunk tomorrow.
You show up drunk.
Wait a minute. Pop-Tart, your anniversary is my birthday? Like, today as in the 15th, or yesterday as in the 14th? Or today as in the 14th, because it's still my birthday until I've fallen asleep and woken up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Why don't we go with parents raising their children by astrology?
Yeah, true. Yeah, let's go with that.
Because
Let's see what is going on.
Because Far and I both enjoy New Age ridiculousness. And no, we're not going to be talking about Chris Evans' dick.
What?
You didn't hear about this, Far?
No.
Chris Evans shared his dick on social media by accident.
Oh. God.
Supposedly. I don't really think that those kinds of things are accidents. What he was doing was showing his phone. And scrolling through it, there was a video on there. And, it'll show, like, a clip of, like, the first few seconds of the video.
Yeah.
And it's a dick. Like, that the guy was taking video or dick. The guy had dick pics on his phone of his own dick. And as he was scrolling through, and that was shared across social media, which he deleted almost immediately. But, that guy's got millions of followers, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, and Ebony says on accident. I don't believe it, personally. Those kinds of things are not accidental. In the same way that leaking sex tapes are not accidental. Like, Scarlett Johansson, I know I have a lot of debates with people on this. So a lot of people don't think she's very attractive. I think she's attractive. I don't think she's a brilliant person you should model your life after, but I happen to think she's attractive. Anyway, her leaked pictures from her iPhone that she swore the iCloud was hacked and somebody got a hold of those pictures. Bullshit. If you've seen them, they fuck off. They are so obviously posed. And it's like, yeah, I know people pose when they take like naked selfies, but they're so obviously by intention. And here's what I mean by that. It's like, okay, topless shot of her laying down with her makeup done and her hair perfect, etc., right? And just one breast just so exposed where it's like, yeah, she's already done topless in film. So is there anything really all that, oh my God, her privacy has been invaded? How? Like, have you ever seen Scarlett Johansson in a thong? Then that's what you see in her naked butt pictures. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
And the one that everybody knows about the most, because it's the one that's the most clear or whatever, is her laying in bed reading a script with her hair done and her makeup done, and she looks perfect, and she's leaning on her one arm, and she's supposedly reading through a script wearing a thong. So it's a big shot of her big ol' ass. Okay, why is it that there's 5 shots in that photo set that are rotating around the bed from like a 45-degree angle, 35, 20, 10, and 0? Like, who takes pictures like that? Supposedly it was her then husband Ryan Reynolds. It was like, and she's looking at the script. who sits there and continues to read a script while their husband is walking around taking pictures of their thonged ass like that? Fuck off. Those were you dressed up, did your makeup, did your hair, laid down in a bed, and took a shot and deliberately leaked it to the internet, and then claimed you were hacked. That's what I think happened with Chris Evans. I don't think that's his dick. I think it's someone's circumcised penis that he found online, or his publicist found online, and then they doctored that shit up.
And there you go. He did talk about Chris.
Well, I never saw it. The Weibo told me it was uncircumcised, so ladies, you're gonna have to like fill me in. Ladies in chat, did you see it? Was it actually uncircumcised? Because that's what Weibo said. I don't know. I have no interest in it. I
don't really have an interest in it either. Just
I still haven't seen Pro Jared's dick. I don't know what it looks like. No interest either. And you know what the irony is of that, or the actually coincidence of that? Remember one of the first memes to go crazy after Pro Jared's dick pic came out? It was Captain America from Spider-Man Homecoming, of him sitting down in the PSA going, "So you saw Pro Jared's dick." Why? Somebody already had to meme that, of Captain America sitting down in the chair saying, "So you saw my dick."
right, right. That if that's not a meme already, that man, that's oh god, wow.
Ebony Williams says she ain't getting Twitter for that. You don't have Twitter? Good for you. Keep it that way. It's Twitter's a weird, strange place.
It is a sewer.
So what are they calling it? We had the fappening, so the rubbening. If any of you guys have ever been over to Comic Book Curation, I know a bunch of you have, but you know that Jack, Quiz, and myself are not very big fans of Mark Ruffalo, especially me. And then we've got 4 or 5 different streams that are titled after something like "Fuck Mark Ruffalo," because he's just such a self-righteous fool. The guy could just, what does self-righteousness mean? Go look at Mark Ruffalo's Twitter. That's what self-righteousness looks like. You know, that's sanctimony in a nutshell. He was in films with Chris Evans and their fellow Hollywood weirdos. So what does he do? He tweets at him, "Don't worry, you can never be embarrassed as long as Donald Trump is in office."
What does that have to do with anything?
Right. Because the guy, he's just constantly like trashing on Trump, because that's what all the Hollywood weirdos do, and especially him, commie, tree-hugging weirdo who doesn't live out any of the things that he says but wants you to. Bernie supporting crazy man, constantly signaling his virtue everywhere. And somehow you figured a way to make Chris Evans' dick about Donald Trump. Like, I guess
Yeah, what?
I guess people, the guess that people are taking is like, was that about Stormy Daniels where she was describing Donald Trump's dick? Like, people were taking guesses trying to make sense of that. It's like, no, Trump is so embarrassing that no one else can be embarrassed because having him as the president is embarrassing. Peak? It doesn't really matter what it is. The guy could stub his toe and he'd tweet out how Donald Trump caused it. All right, let's bring up this here article.
Yeah, let's have some fun instead.
Yeah. Share screen for you. Oh, sorry. Doesn't do epileptic flashing. Parents are raising their kids by their astrological signs now.
I just want to. How was that?
Like father, like sun sign. Ooh. See? Chris Evans' dick. There it is right there. As astrology continues to make a comeback in popular culture, boo. With related Instagram accounts and apps amassing millions of followers, millennial parents are now turning to the stars for tips on child rearing. So instead of blaming tantrums on the terrible twos, or happy highs on too much sugar, moms and dads are using their kids' sign to help explain their behavior.
That is such an awful idea.
Isn't it kind of like new age by the book? It just
Yeah.
Let's pick some random shit out of nature. That, I mean, people often
No, he
reference
looks
like
like a-
ancient star signs and stuff, and it's like not really like, oh, it's Phoenician. No, not the modern one. It's actually a fairly recent origin. The astrological bullshit. All right, this is Kyle is out. All right, man. Have a good day. Glad you came. Quote, when I got pregnant, the first thing I wanted to know was when it was due, when the due date was, and what sign this child would be, said NoHo resident Artina Mars of her 5-year-old daughter, Ariel Mila? Well, yeah. What, see that?
Aurel?
Aurel? Does that...
Aureli?
No, I'm not sharing that. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a Pisces. And I was so excited. So is my husband.
Sure he was.
It's kind of ironic to say, oh my god, astrology. Mars 36 said that as a Scorpio, she's familiar with Pisces' description of being on the sensitive side. So she'll know she'll have to take a gentler approach with her daughter. Whereas if he was, what, a Scorpio, you beat the shit out of her? Quote, if me or my husband gets stern with her in any way, she just gets hysterical, says Martz, who founded the wellness jewelry and decor company using their first and middle names, Ariana Oatst. Your middle name for your kid is OST? Oatst? What?
That poor child.
Yeah. So we really try to work how to better and more calmly react to her. It's the ability to tailor a unique parenting approach that seems to be attracting 20 and 30-somethings in droves, astrologers say, and has led to a flurry of new books released on the subject, with at least 5 published in the past year. Are these self-published or like actual publication houses? Look at this. Zoe, with an accent mark, Zoe Taylor Crane, says, my little Aries is textbook. When he's really little, we would call him Little Napoleon or Little Joe Pesci. Fuck you, people. Fuck you, people. GG's a Cancer. Shocking. Let's see what you did there. A lot of parenting guides are one-size-fits-all parenting advice, and kids' temperaments do really need to vary according to their charts and their zodiac signs, says Ophira Edut, who wrote Momstrology, the Astro Twins Guide to Parenting Your Little One by the Stars.
So much.
That book title made this article alone worth it. That's so good. Each zodiac sign has a corresponding element, including water, air, earth, and fire. Since Scorpio and Pisces are both water signs, Martz felt a little more in the weeds with her 2-year-old son, Julian. A 2-year-old earth sign son, Julian. I was like, I don't know anything about Virgo. Virgos for life, baby! I'm a Virgo, but, you know, it's just nonsensical garbage. It's just where the sun happened to be on the day I was born.
Yeah.
It's just... Vol Potato says astrology, making phrenology seem like scientific since it was made. Yeah. Okay, that's not what he said. I kind of fucked up the grammar, but you got the point. Which reminds me. 4.
Oh god. Round 4.
Yay. Do you think I'll be able to kill this bottle off between tonight and tomorrow night's stream?
Maybe. Try really hard.
Is this his first stream you've been on with number 6?
I think so.
There. Salut.
Huh.
Yep. Far calls out. Did you explain that? Do you call that laptop number 6?
Oh yeah, because this laptop.
Yeah.
It is as per call number 6. The settings and everything.
Pisces represent. Don't do this to your kids, Pete.
Yeah, seriously, don't want.
I was
This
like,
is such a terrible idea.
I was like, I don't know anything about Virgo, so I started doing research, said Martz. He was very different, more physical, and more grounded, whereas my daughter is extremely creative and more fluid. When retired actress Zoe Taylor Crane first became a mom to stepson Jack, 16, who was 4 at the time, she said that she immediately picked up on the two-sided Gemini nature. Did you just call your son a lying bastard?
I think she might have called her stepson a lying bastard.
He would get so emotional, but it was kind of only half the time. Fuck off.
Stop. My God.
Yeah, Vol Potato Man, you're lagging. You gotta catch up. If he was in a darker mood, no matter what I said or did, it would have fixed it. So I've learned that if he isn't responding to something, I'll just give him a little time. And we'll have the other Gemini twin come out in a good mood. No. Taylor Crane now runs a healing crystal company called Paper Crane Apothecary in Los Angeles and uses her mystical knowledge about the sign to raise her fiery guy right. She runs an apothecary that sells healing crystals, but also as a side project, Astro Mom's advice. You'll never be Gwyneth Paltrow, okay?
Yeah.
She's cornered the market for rich, weird white ladies that'll buy dumb shit. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're really not wrong, and that's the sad thing.
If there's something that we need him to do or get done, we kind of have to trick him into thinking it was his idea because he's a very my way or the highway, she said. Okay, moms in chat, is that not every kid that you kind of have to, not like trick them exactly, but you have to know your way around your own kid? This isn't astrology. This is just parenting, you psycho.
Yeah, this is figuring out what works for that kid. And honestly, I don't think it's really the best thing here to suddenly go to people who are writing articles about this shit and be like, oh, well, my kid, he's really a too bastard. But it's okay, because he's a Gemini. Oh, yeah, you have to make him think it's its own idea, but that's okay. You know? Just... fuck.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wrong?
Gilcato's got a good point. And, okay, I know you're joking, but I don't see it that far. He says, don't worry. The book covers trans star sign children who were born assigned Pisces, but are really strong, proud Virgos. Is he kidding? Actually, now that I think about it, I could see trans sign children. Why not?
God.
There's quantum sexuals in this world who actually call themselves that.
There are quantum sexuals. They do exist. Oh God. The horrifying potential of this.
Pop-Tarts in chat confirming shit. That's just don't do that. Don't confirm the validity of astrology, Pop-Tart. I'm kidding. It's a joke. I've been drinking. It's fine. My sign sleuthing parenting doesn't always work to the mom's advantage. My Aries ruled the roost, she said. If he wants that candy, he knows he's on top of the fridge. I'm not proud to admit it. 9 times out of 10, I'll eventually give in. What? You don't know how to say no to your kid when he wants candy? Is that my takeaway from that?
Yeah, what?
If he wants that candy, he knows it's on top of the fridge. I'm not proud to admit it, but 9 times out of 10, I'll eventually give in. Then why are you keeping it on top of the fridge?
Dude.
I have derailed you. Yeah, be proud of it, man. Well, see, that fits kind of well into the game that we're going to play with Far now.
Oh.
2 truths and a lie. Far, how do you say this company's name?
What company? Adidas? What?
Nothing.
What?
Adidas.
Yeah, Adidas.
That's not the same thing at all.
It's completely the same thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, we can vary a little bit, like the way that we say no. I say no, and you say yeah, yo. Okay, but Adidas versus what did you? Adidas? What'd you say?
Adidas?
Adidas. It's not even close. I mean, it's a made-up name anyway, but I forget what the root of that word is. It's a totally made-up word, so I guess this is a real right way to say it, but you're still wrong.
Oh, is that what this is?
This cheap
It's
laughs.
you going, haha, you look at the funny Australian saying shit.
Yeah, see, like, we got the... Adidas. Brian Walter says an evolved potato backed you up, as did Pete.
Thank you.
But Deco gets it right. Adidas. Exactly. Thank you. Yokado asks, how do I say Nikkei? I say it Nikkei.
Nike?
It's Nikkei, Far.
You're fucking with me.
Pop-Tart, I've had 4. Okay, let's actually... You're fucking with me, aren't you? I don't know. Am I?
Fucking with me, aren't you?
You're a fan of the movie that I got that joke from, actually. Remember when Marty went back to 1885 and Back to the Future 3? Yeah. Yeah, he goes, what's that? Some crazy engine writing? What is that, Nikkei? Talking about his shoes.
I just had a DM from Flatty that's saying he's fucking with you on Nike.
Right, Walter says, I don't watch AAA enough. Yeah, I usually don't get home by then. Which explains why when Sinatra invite me on, I don't show up. I show up like a third of the time because that's when I can get home early enough. Yeah, here's to you, Sinatra. By the way, I sent him the link and he told me he'll probably be in bed. And guess what? He's snoozing away. Number 5. Okay. But
At least.
I imagine that a whole fuck ton of stories that I might talk about on Noir Bar are already covered over on AAA at some point. I don't know, man. I should watch it after the fact. But, you know, there's some streams that are fun to watch live and some that are cool to watch after the fact. And then there's some that if it's not live, you just won't watch them.
Yeah.
AAA's like that. I want to watch it live, and I don't know why. But then other streams, I'm totally happy watching after the fact. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it's just the general vibe of it, probably.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people in Sinatra stream, Drunken Uncle stream to interact with. Same thing with Alex's streams. I want to watch those live. I don't want to watch them after the fact. I don't know why that is. Well, Potato, thank you very much for the tip. The proper way to pronounce Adidas is the way the Far says it. I'm not from, and that's not from me. That's from the company itself. So fuck you, Polly. Oh, it's gonna be like that.
No.
Now,
Yeah.
even if the designers said that, they're still wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could, like, look at, like, the whole GIF thing as an example of that. Or, like, the creators say it's called GIF, but no. Or that file. GIF file.
Oh, Gilcato's on the niche thing. Do you randomly add a T or sound for no logical or apparent reason? Yeah, it's just, you know, like niche, like in a wall.
Niche.
Yeah. Lots of people pronounce it niche. Yeah, because it's Niche. Get it? Where they would get that from?
No!
Yeah, it's see? No! Aussies are the only people in the world I know that can turn no into a 4-syllable word. It's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I find it adorable, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to like laugh because it's great.
Oh, thank you.
It's like the foyer thing. Like in the front of a house, you know? Is it a foyer
never
or a foyer?
It's foyer. I've never heard foyer. What the fuck is a foyer?
It's a French word. You're not supposed to pronounce the ER.
No. It's in English now. We do what we want.
Oh. But you're gonna fuck around with the Adidas thing, are you? I see how it is. This is all sounding very arbitrary for.
I'm arbitrary when it's okay.
See, look at all these people trying to type the way that you guys say no. I actually do enjoy it. It's just I don't get it. I tried.
It's actually a really good way of spelling how I say no. Apparently.
GNYOUGH. Yeah.
Alright. Have fun, guys. NAEIOU. All the vowels.
It bugs me that makes sense. It really does.
What, that it's got all the vowels in it?
Yeah. You have a word that contains all the vowels when it shouldn't at all. It's only 2 letters, 1 syllable, 1 vowel, but yet that somehow makes sense, and that bugs me. In the same way that people say pronunciation, I don't care if it's correct. I don't give a fuck. Like, I recognize that it's supposed to be said pronunciation, but I won't do it. It sounds so poncy and upper crusty. I say pronunciation. You know why? Because you pronounce something, therefore pronunciation. Makes sense in my world. Yeah, which is why I bug Inquisitor by saying pronounced. Fuck that. That's senseless. Here's this other thing. We were watching Illuminati last night on YouTube, Blair Illuminati, and she kept saying funnily enough. Look, guys, it is grammatically correct, but stop. Just say funny, just say funny enough or strangely enough. Funnily enough, well accurate sounds awkward as fuck. It's like saying the data are correct. That sounds awkward, although it's accurate. Data's plural, datum is singular. You never say a data point. You say a datum point. But that sounds awkward, so just avoid it. Funnily enough, just stop.
Ollie.
Well, probably getting pedantic. Precipitously. Pronouncing.
Pedantic.
Polly precipitously getting pedantic on pronunciation.
Holy fuck. How many drinks have you had and you're still able to say that?
5.
Hey!
All right, let's do 2 truths and a lie. See if chat can play along with it. So we've got. Do you know how this game works, Far?
Yes, I am aware of how this game works.
Okay. One of these here, it's going to ruin it because you actually already know one of them. We'll see. So it'll be chat.
See if I remember it.
One of them you're definitely going to remember as being true, so that kind of ruins it. So it'll be a 50-50 shot for you on one. But anyway, let's do this. Okay. What we have is 3 quotes from Joe Biden. 2 of them are real. 1 of them is fake. And you have to decide which is the fake one. You ready? And these are all authentic quotes with sources. These are not... Do you understand what I'm saying? The ones that are authentic have an actual source connected to them. Okay? Joe Biden. Here we go. Quote. A man I'm proud to call my friend. A man who will be the next president of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Obama. That's quote number 1.
Okay.
This is crazy-ass Joe Biden. That's what makes this fun. Okay? Again, the quote is, a man I'm proud to call my friend. a man who will be the next president of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Obama. Quote number 1. Quote number 2. Is it really my birthday? Redacted asks. Yes, absolutely it is. Okay, quote number 2. I mean, you got the first mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook. It's quote number 2. Quote number 3. Quote. I guess what I'm trying to say, without boring you too long, is that you all look dull as hell. The dullest audience I have ever spoken to. Just sitting there, staring at me. Pretend you like me. End quote.
What?
Which one's fake?
Only one of them is fake?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Do you want to hear him again? I mean,
No, I think I got the full force of that.
Ryan Walters says articulate and clean is real. Okay, it might be. Happy late birthday. Hey, no problem. Greatly appreciated.
I don't even begin with this. I don't actually remember which one's the real one.
Well, Potato says third one's a lie. Deco thinks first one's a lie. Vexor thinks number 2 is fake.
I would say it's like the second and third one are the real ones, and the first one is the fake. But at the same time,
you know, I can appreciate what Thexor's argument is. Number 2 is fake because the grammar is too good. That's not bad reasoning.
Yeah, that's not bad reasoning. But but the thing is, it's like I want to say 2 and 3 are the real ones, but at the same time, I could totally imagine them going up on stage and saying a whole bunch of shit like, "This guy is gonna be the next president. He's a great man. He's this and that. It's Michelle Obama."
Did he fuck up that bad? This is Joe Biden, the guy that announced he was, when running for the presidency of the United States not too long ago, announced, "Consider me for the Senate of the United States."
Yeah.
During a campaign speech.
And also, talks about, oh god, weird things with children?
Yeah. Playing with his legs in pools. He just goes off on things. So the guy can fuck up. He's the gaff master and always has been. But these are fairly recent ones. These are all from the Obama presidency forward. None of them are weird gaffes he made in the 90s or something like that.
Yeah, that's why it's I could totally imagine Obama and maybe he's he thought he was introduced to Obama, but it's really just Barack or something. It's I don't know. That's what I'm stuck on at the moment. Fuck.
Ebony Williams thinks the third one is fake. Just
pretend you like me.
Yeah, you're the dullest audience I've ever spoken to, just sitting there, staring at me. Pretend you like me.
I could imagine him saying that too.
So, see, and a lot of ways to mess around with these, just kind of you got to think about the person. These might be accurate quotes, just not from Biden. You see what I'm saying? It's tough to make up truly fake stuff. So the best way to make them all sound is just is this actually something Biden would do versus some angry CEO at a breakfast, for example. You got to think about the man.
Fuck, are you so good at making deep fakes for Joe Biden?
The Michelle Obama one, people said, I don't believe he did that. He mistook his sister for his wife. Are you certain?
Yeah.
Because he was thinking about introducing them both, maybe? And he just ended up saying her because he's Joe and just got...
Yeah, he just had it mixed up in his head. Maybe he was talking to her for a while there, and then it's supposed to be introducing Barack, but instead... because he was talking to Michelle, he said Michelle instead. There's so many possibilities.
In extremely formal circumstances, when somebody's entering the room, they're announced by an announcer who stands beside the door, right? And formally, you're supposed to announce the lady, then the Lord. Or in the case of American politics, you're supposed to announce the first lady, then the president. So maybe he fucked up that way.
Maybe.
You tell me.
I don't know.
Yeah, you just make a call. Just, roll the dice.
At the first one's fake, I guess?
You're right. The first one is fake. Yes.
Holy shit.
The au-
Holy shit.
Yeah, you got it. The authentic quote, I just changed it a little. This was the authentic quote that Joe Biden actually said on August 23rd, 2008. A man I'm proud to call my friend. A man who will be the next president of the United States, Barack America.
What?
That's what he actually said.
I feel like I just...
I think he was trying to go Barack Obama, comma, America, and just called him Barack America.
Oh, these United Baracks of America.
Right? And Deco, yeah, you're right. I knew it. You got it. Dang it, I knew it. So that means that the authentic quotes from him are, I mean, you got the first mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook. Damn it.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any better.
Yeah. And yes,
Like,
Joe,
First quote, real?
talking to a crowd of Turkish American and Azerbaijan. See, I can say a whole bunch of P words, but I can't get that one out when I'm drunk. Azerbaijani and Turkish Americans, who are all Barack Obama donors. In 2012, Joe Biden said to this audience, and look at all of you, dull as hell, I might add, the dullest audience I've ever spoken to, just sitting there, staring at me. Pretend you like me.
That is really sad. You know, you're talking to an audience and you have to say to them, pretend you like me.
Okay, we'll keep it political, and then we'll go with one of my own personal interests. This is Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
All from her time as Secretary of State up to the current day.
Alright.
Actually, a little bit before that, I think. Okay, so here we go. You ready? First quote.
Alright, I'm ready.
The last time I actually drove a car myself was 2002. Number 2. I'm not going to have some reporters pawing through our papers. We were the president. Quote number 3. I have to admit that a good deal of what my husband and I have learned about Islam has come from our daughter. She took a course last year in Islamic history. All right, have a good night, Ryan Walters.
Good night.
So, last time I actually drove a car myself was 2002. I'm not going to have some reporters pawing through our papers. We were the president. And I have to admit that a good deal of what my husband and I learned about Islam came from my daughter. She took a course last year in Islamic history.
Oh, God.
Platy thinks
Okay.
number 2 is fake. Go to bed, Platy.
Number 2 being real. It's like, I'm not gonna have a bunch of reporters pouring through our papers. Like... Yeah.
She is very cautious, with the whole secret encrypted server and the destruction of the server thereafter, using deletion software and putting nails through hard drives. And
Yeah, exactly. She's very, very weird about shit like that,
Yeah. Yeah. And she was also the Secretary of State and supposedly very knowledgeable about the Middle East, including Libya, and that's where the whole, oh my God, problems came up about a certain embassy getting attacked and the, killings that happened, including the American ambassador and all of her legal difficulties that followed thereafter. But she claimed she knew a lot about Islam, but then came to say this. Or did she? Is that a different representative, a different senator, perhaps? Or the last time I actually drove a car was 2002.
I could believe the 2002 one as well.
So if All Potato thinks it's the first, Del Hayes thinks it's the third, Platy says, fuck you, Polly, and Thexor thinks it was the third.
Well, fuck you, Polly sounds like a really solid answer.
I believe that Platy means that too, so I'm going to call that one true. don't know. Go with your gut, Far. You know a good way to do it? I've found. I've played this game online with people. What's that?
Eeny, meeny, miny, more?
No, I've played this game online doing pub trivia with friends, because when you're drinking and your knowledge starts to slip, it's good fun. And they're doing it online with numerous bars where you all come up with answers, and it's anyway.
That's how you get the idea for this, isn't it?
Sort of. It's like I thought that would be a good idea for Noir Bar, and then I watched a oh shit. The guy that nobody can ever remember his name from Daily Wire, not Andrew Klavan and not Ben Shapiro, the other guy.
I don't know.
He was interviewing Dave Rubin. Rubin had gone off the grid for a month, so he didn't know anything that had gone on in the news. And this is a regular thing of his, to just shut the fuck off everything. And he doesn't really go off the grid, like go live in nature. He does go out of town, but just no social media, no news. You understand what I'm saying? So when he came back, that guy from Daily Wire, who I can't remember his name, tried playing Two Truths and a Lie with him. And it was all about the DNC rally. Did this happen? And this happened, and this happened. Now, which one's made up? And I mean, if you remember the Democratic convention, it was so bad. There were so many unbelievable moments in it, like them cutting God out of the Pledge of Allegiance repeatedly. That video at the last night, or the end of the first night. Remember that? Quoted Eva Longoria repeatedly dropping the ball live in front of a camera, professional multimillionaire paid actress who can't read off of a teleprompter properly and fucked up over and over again. He was quoting her lines. It was hilarious. And I thought, oh yeah, I remember doing this at the bar. This is, yeah, Far, you're terrible at making choices. My drunken rambling doesn't give you any more time now. And I'm going for round 6, so hurry up. I am distractible when drunk, but not that.
You are very distractible.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, I don't know if you're gonna make it number 1 the wrong answer again, because then it's a pattern.
That's a fair reasoning, I guess.
Like,
I mean, don't look for patterns. Like, here's my call on it. How I did this, because I was drunk and I didn't want to think my way through it. It's just, I'm going with my gut. Does that feel true? Don't look for the lie. Look for the truth. You see what I'm saying? And then whatever's left over has to be the lie. And what we were playing at the bar was actually 3 truths and a lie. So it was, imagine.
Oh god, it's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
How about number 1? Not true.
God damn it! You did it again. It is number 1.
I did it.
Yes.
I didn't want to guess that because I thought you. Oh my god.
I did it as number 1, thinking that somebody would think what you thought, and did it. No, the actual quote is this. The last time I actually drove a car myself was 1996. I made it even worse. Or I made it sound better, actually. Would you?
Yeah, no, you made it sound way better than it actually was.
Yeah, it's actually 1996 was the last time she drove a car herself.
Oh, that is truly the cursed year. Fucking hell.
Yeah, good call. Good call. And here's a drink to all of you. Have 6s.
Hey.
All right.
It's another 6.
The true lines are, I'm not going to have some reporters pawing through our papers. We were the president. That's an actual quote from her. And I have to admit that a good deal of what my husband and I learned about Islam came from my daughter. She took a course in Islamic history.
That is really terrifying.
Yeah. That is the former Secretary of State responsible for Libya and all the disastrous things that happened there. And she half-heard hearsay about Islam from a single college course is what she knows about it.
But also, I feel like I need to say this. We was president and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit. So, wow, yeah, that is really horrifying, Polly. Thank you for that.
Right. And the final one. Because I love bringing up
Alright.
the Hebrew Israelites, and this one is about them.
Oh boy.
For those of you who don't know who the Hebrew Israelites are, they're an insane, hateful, racist cult that believe that African Americans, Latinos, and Native Americans are all long-lost descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. They are the true Hebrews. The Ashkenazi Jews are the fake Jews. They shouldn't have Israel. And that African Americans are not Africans at all. At all. Even a little bit. They cannot stand Africans and say incredibly racist, awful things about Africans. We are Hebrews, is their claim. And they are ridiculously hilarious. Brian Wilson, thank you very much. Are you just arriving? I thought I saw you here earlier. Oh, well, welcome. I don't think we're going to be going for that much longer, because I'm already 6 drinks deep, and it's really mixing badly with the pseudoephedrine. The room is spinning slightly. So chat, if you know anything about this weirdo cult, and I wouldn't make fun of just a cult with 5 guys in it, or 500
I mean,
guys
you
in it.
would, but like, no, it's
No, even if they had 500 or 5,000 people in it, it would just be like, okay, they're just some religious group. Okay, they've got tens of thousands of members. This group, in all of their various camps and so forth. That's why they're disturbing to me, because they're so widespread and prey upon the same type of people, and it's all a pay up the ladder tithing money scheme, because surprise,
oh, you expect.
Oh, X43. I don't know, I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Okay, so here we go. These are generalized beliefs, not particular quotes about the Hebrew Israelites. I have a whole number of them, but we're only going to go through 3 of these tonight. We'll save the others for another night. And I will continue to create a list because I'm having fun with this. And we'll make sure to have other, possibly more decisive people here as well.
That might be a good idea.
Well, I
Maybe
think
I should do ones of these.
Yeah, you could. We are gonna go with. I'm gonna see. This is mostly for chat because I think you already know one of these is real, so it might fuck it up. But we'll see.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I probably do. I think. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the thing.
Here we go. Hebrew Israelites believe that Asian and white people will be forever reincarnated as their slaves following Judgment Day. Belief number 2. They say that they follow all of the 400 plus Old Testament commandments for the Jews, except for consuming blood. Or, number 3, planets and stars are not real.
Oh, I know which one. I know which one's real.
Okay, but it's which one's a lie?
Well, I can immediately exclude one of them,
Sure.
but I'm not going to say which one.
So again, chat, number 1 is Asian and white people will be forever reincarnated as their slaves following Judgment Day. Number 2, they follow all the 400 plus Old Testament commandments for the Jews, except consuming blood. And then number 3, planets and stars are not real. Ophelia, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Birthday. I love it. Thank you very much.
Birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna wait a little bit for chat, but
Ball Potatoes is number 2. Delahayes is number 2. Gladys is number 2.
I'm gonna go after number 2 as well. But I want to wait. I just want to wait to see like what else.
Fact Source is number 2. No one's buying though. They follow all the 400 plus Old Testament commands for the Jews except consuming blood.
I know them too well.
Oh, I haven't even pulled out the big guns about the Hebrew Israelites. This is all open in a Microsoft Word document. This is the 3rd one down that I have, so I'm doing them in order.
Like, no one else is gonna place their bets. No one else.
Doesn't look like it. You're on your own, indecisive lady.
Well, yeah, I was gonna. Because I was gonna go number 2 as well.
You have told us too much at this point. Oh, I haven't even started planning. I've just told you some of the more like individual anecdote-y things.
All right. So we've got 2, 2, 2, 3.
Yokado also says the number 2, except consuming blood. All of the commandments of the Old Testament except consuming blood.
It's just like they're very racist, so I can easily believe number 1.
That's reasonable. They are extremely racist.
Like, racist. Like, oh my god, some of the shit that you see come out of these people, it's like, it's not even the kind of like people being racist where you can kind of laugh at how dumb they're being. It's like, it's straight up hate.
Oh yeah, it's extremely hateful.
Like, it's nothing funny you can see in that of like, oh my god, they really believe that. It's a...
Why I find it so entertaining is that they're like, oh well, we have freedom of religion, so therefore we can preach that God hates you. It's not us, it's God that hates you. I think, really? Okay.
Yeah.
How else could they consume the blood of their enemies?
That is a fair point.
Yeah, but I mean, if you see the extents that Jews who follow the kosher dietary laws go to, like in terms of not consuming blood, right? Everything is kosher dried. That's why kosher salt's a thing. They go through extreme lengths to drain absolutely all blood from, like, there's no such thing as a bloody steak in kosher food. No such thing. They wash it and drain it and squeeze it of every drop of blood because there's a commandment against, what is it? The consuming of pork, carrion, and blood. I got a joke for you, Far. So Buzzard's going to get on a plane.
Alright.
And he's got all this dead meat with him. And the attendant at the gate says, you can't bring that on the plane. And the Buzzard says, it's okay, it's carry-on.
I... Alright, so I'm going with number 2.
You're going with number 2?
What is it?
Number 2 is right. That is the lie. You're 3 for 3. Well done.
Hey!
Well done. So the 2 true ones are that they believe the planets and the stars are not real.
Yeah, that is a real...
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I knew was like straight up because he showed me one night in Discord when he discovered this, like a clip of one of them trying to explain this and his friend sitting next to him like, I guess he was trying not to go like, holy shit, you actually really believe this? But he was like, you know, just nodding along and agreeing because that's what they do. You know, they can't argue with each other because otherwise that's when cracks start to form in their little cult.
Oh, Stargazer came over to say happy birthday. Thank you very much, Stargazer. I really appreciate it. You're such a sweetie. I should have went with the crowd. Yeah. Okay, so plants and stars aren't real. That's true. Asian and white people will forever be reincarnated as their slaves following Judgment Day. Also true. The third one is a lie in that, yes, they claim that they follow all 400 plus Old Testament commandments for the Jews, except circumcision is the one they don't follow.
Okay, so wait, so they just don't do circumcision. That's it.
That's right. Now, I ask you, what is odd and kind of transparent, if you ask me, about a cult that's 90% male, all grown men converts to this thing, right? Who have a huge point of pride in how closely they follow every single Old Testament law for the Hebrews, except the one that requires them to get their dick cut. Is that suspicious to you at all?
A little bit.
I mean, they get into intense arguments between each other where they start threatening each other, the different camps, over interpreting is the new moon when the moon is full or when the moon is not visible, because those are the days to have the monthly feast festivals on. And they have to follow the Old Testament laws of having a feast festival on the new moon. So they get into intense yelling, screaming, threatening matches on social media and in person over whether the new moon is when the new moon is empty or full. Like that level of detail. But none of them want to get their dick cut. So they're all like, oh yeah, circumcision, we can pass on that one.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's the one that they can decide it's like, we don't actually want to physically alter ourselves in that way.
Yeah.
You know?
The one that would, because most of the pressure is pain that they visit upon new members and women, and then you start paying up the ladder in terms of tithing. But the one thing that they wouldn't do that would cause actual personal self-sacrifice, albeit a small one, for these bravado-filled men, is to get circumcised as adults. I find that super suspicious and transparent. It's like, oh, come on, guys. Let me get this massive point of pride about how righteous you are in terms of following everything except for the one that would cause that. Fuck off. And here's to you, Hebrews writes, you crazy fucking bastards. Figure it out sooner than later. You'll be better off for it. Number 7.
Number 7?
Yes. I believe. Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. Why is MGM acceptable? MGM movies? Metro Golden Mare?
Oh, Jeff.
Oh, right, of course. I didn't even clue into that. Why is it acceptable? I think they're better. I think they're open to the mockery for being cowards more than anything.
Yeah, like, it's not like it's, oh, yeah, totally acceptable. Like, that's not really the point we're making. It's more the fact of, like, you're willing to go the full mile and everything else.
I mean, he's...
Except that. Which, I mean, you can understand, but at the same time, if you're going that hardcore...
That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
What?
But you're going hardcore on it already. Why just suddenly ignore that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Gokato's got it right, because they don't want to mutilate the man meat.
Exactly.
That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just them not wanting to take that extra step, which is like, okay, I can understand, but at the same time,
Oh, you know what? Of all potatoes got a clever take on this, because all the other ones can be lied about. No, I didn't combine milk and meat, dairy and meat. I didn't go off and have a bacon cheeseburger and eat pork, milk, and meat at the same time. And even though you totally did, but you can lie about that. Of all potatoes got an interesting point. It's the one thing that you actually can't... Yeah, did you maintain the festival? Did you keep the Sabbath? Did you mix fabrics? Did you not wear your tassels one day? Was your... Like, the list goes on and on and on, but you can't lie about that one. Huh.
Yeah, that's something you just can't lie about. You may be right on that, actually. That's one of those things where it's like, if they did follow that, they would probably have to, like, give proof that they actually had it done.
That's too funny. That's too funny.
Yeah?
You know what? Let me ask you a question, Far. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, and go with me on this. Don't be you. If you had to go kosher, what would be the most painful? No pork, no seafood, no milk and meat, dairy and meat combos.
Probably the pork.
The pork would be the most painful.
Yeah.
When I say no seafood, I mean, as the only foods that are defined as clean within kosher to eat. So it has to have both scales and fins, if I recall correctly. So fish, like swimmy fish. So no, yeah, because you're not a fan of prawns, shrimp, crab, lobster, clams, oysters.
Not like that. No, I mean I like squid, but
yeah, no squid. Yeah.
Like that would kind of suck, but at the same time, I could live without that. Like that's not something I would consider necessary, I guess.
And Angela actually already gave her answer. She said, and the lack of a bloody rare steak is why I will never be a, quote, good Jew. Yeah. Like, some people, that would be the thing. Some people are just, they are steak devotees, man. Like, that is just the monkeys like that. The peak of all food is the beefsteak, you know? And a fully cooked beefsteak is yeah, it's pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna, or a fully cooked beefsteak is hard to make good. Or a rare one, oh man, it can be delectable. Gyokato claims that everyone loves prawns, Far.
I don't.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong about what I like.
I find that just so strange because I love them so much. I find it really odd that somebody would just be turned off by them. Like, okay, it's subjective, but.
And then, like, I imagine it even when I see the little bodies, that it's just. No.
Oh
good.
man, like Guka's talking about the giant prawns, man. Like when they're so big that you could actually mistake them for a small lobster tail or a crawdaddy tail. Holy shit!
Like I'm also not a big fan of crab for a very similar reason.
Why?
I mean, I like the taste of it when I've tried it, but it's cracking through the shell, seeing beady little eyes. And I've grown up with like a lot of crabbing activities, so I've seen them alive as well, and it's just like, nah, I can't. Nah.
But you've seen chickens in person a lot.
Yeah, but chickens are dumb. Like, crabs like kind of creepy, you know, and it's like, I don't know. I find chickens just dumb enough. I mean, and like, I don't feel as bad about chickens for some reason. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
What about the so if you were to stare a cow in the eyes a lot, their mammalian sadness might get to you?
Maybe a little bit, but like it's still, I don't know. It's just, I have a thing with bones as well, and the bones thing kind of just extends to like a crab shell.
But what about chicken wings?
I don't.
Okay, so you're like, would a T-bone steak get to you as well?
I don't do anything with that. I don't want to even touch it.
Guys, this is so weird. Got Thexor and Evolve Potato both saying that they don't like prawns. It's so strange to me. I don't see why
maybe
crawdads are so popular.
like the crab meat by itself, I'd eat it, but it's like,
there's plenty of crab meat dishes. There's like, you know what I mean, that don't involve you shelling the crab yourself.
Yeah, it's just most times I come across crab, I have to shell it myself, and I'm just like, I'm good.
Look for a video of the Happy Moo. It's like a car wash buffer for cows, and the cows love them.
Okay.
I want to see that. I want to see a cow going through a car wash for cows. That's hilarious. You know what? So this has come up a lot, especially from an ex-girlfriend who used to say this a lot, that Thexor said it. Prawns are just ocean bugs.
Oh, yeah.
There's a sea, people call them sea roaches and stuff like that. And it's like, they're not even related to bugs. Take heart. Says the Quokka Puncher.
Hey, I've never actually punched one.
Bar was threatening to punch endangered protected species last night.
I just said I would. Little face. It doesn't mean I'm going to actually do it because it's illegal and I don't want to get arrested for quokka soccer.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought there's smug little face, and I wanted to see this. So I looked up what a quokka was. A Quokka, quokka, and it's weird. It kind of looks like a small. It definitely looks like an Australian animal, no question. And how would I describe it? It's kind of like
Rat-like.
What's that?
Rat-like.
Sort of like.
Like it's like a kind of more round and bigger rat.
Yeah,
it's on its hind.
Yeah, if you could the way that kangaroos are sort of up on their hind legs, but a rat that was teddy bear-like, that they were big and fluffy and puffy, as opposed to a rat being long and gross, diseased, and threatening.
Wait, rats can be cute.
You don't live where you have rat problems. I do. It's cute my ass. They're an infestation.
Stand by my stick.
Oh, but yet you want to punch a quokka.
It stole my subway! Can you believe me?
And so I looked them up. Yes, they do have a smug smile. They always look like they're smiling. Like, I stole your shit, or I'm gonna steal your shit. It's
Or I'm gonna sit there and beg for your food while you're eating at a restaurant. They do that, by the way.
It looks like a cross between a wombat and a mouse. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I say rat-like just because, so, quokkas are native to Rottnest Island, okay? Rottnest is, I think it's the Dutch word, where in Dutch it means rat's nest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it does mean rat's nest, and it was named that because the people that initially landed there, they thought they were just giant rats.
Well, Wikipedia says that a quokka is a short-tailed scrub wallaby. Oh, okay, wallaby. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make lots of sense.
Second.
Yeah, I really should emphasize, actually herding quokkas is very illegal. They are a protected species for a reason. People have actually gone to prison for herding quokkas.
Here's the picture that I found yesterday when I looked this up, and it just struck me as so goddamn funny because of how incredibly smug it looks. Here we go. Look at that thing. And like that's a look of like, I stole your subway. Tee-hee.
Yeah, tee-hee, I stole Subway.
Flashing again.
Like,
And people, what's crazy is people love these quokkas so much because they always look like they're smiling. So people want to take pictures of them and with them. Quokka selfies are a thing. Multiple articles on the happiest animal in the world. Why? Just because it'll approach you to steal your food? It's like it's a raccoon with a smile. Instead of looking like a bandit, it looks like it's happy.
yeah, here's the thing. They're very much like how people describe dodos, of just being very docile, just coming up to you and having no fear of people.
Look at him.
That's why.
But
that's why they come up to you though, because these quokkas specifically, because I do think there is some that are kind of native to land, but there's not really as many of those, if any, anymore. But these ones have been isolated for so long that it's kind of like a dodo situation anyway, of they just have no fear. They know no fear because they don't really have predators. They don't really understand, I guess, being preyed upon. So they will just come up to you. The whole reason one was able to steal my subway when I was at Rottnest years and years back was because that particular quokka just didn't give a fuck and came into the bungalow we were staying in. Like, I wasn't even outside. I was indoors. And they just come into like houses and stores and shit like that. They don't care. They are smug little shit.
Oh, when you see how long their tail are, they are like a teddy bear rat or a mouse wallaby. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's like, they do look very rat-like. Like, they are cute. They are cute.
Why are they protected? Are they endangered?
Well, it's because Rottnest Island is kind of like spatial. We'll find them. So it's kind of like we don't want a repeat of a bunch of other native Australian animals that have gone extinct over the years.
I'm not so concerned with the whole biodiversity thing.
But it's just the way it is. That's why. It's just so you don't end up having these.
So and you got soy boys taking their like, just, look, what is with the soy face? Why do people do that?
I don't know.
How, like, they're pretty small. How the fuck did this thing make out? Like, was it a full 12-inch?
No. I had it on a plate next to me. Like, it was like cut in half.
Right.
Like, it was like they cut them in half. So it took like I'd eaten half of it, maybe, and then like it took the other half. So, like, I did kind of get to eat the Subway, but just not all of it.
You want to give me your food?
No. No.
All right. I'm gonna do 8 here, and then
Oh shit.
and then I think we're gonna do a wiki how. Wrap things
Okay.
up. And we'll do earlier tomorrow night with Inquisitor and Sinatra, because I'm gonna force guilt them all day long.
You're gonna guilt them.
Yep. I'm gonna harass, especially Sinatra, that motherfucker. You should have heard the trash he talked about me last time I came onto his Twitch stream. He's like, "Oh, I'll be over there streaming for a long time. I had to run out. I come back. He says, Polly, you should come on if you're able or whatever." And I'm like, "Actually, I got to run out right now." I come back like an hour later, and I pop into the Discord to go into the voice chat, and he's like, "Oh shit, man! I was literally just saying goodbye. What the fuck are you showing up now for?" And I'm like, "You say you're gonna be on for hours. I decided to end early. How the fuck are you gonna guilt me over that?" Round 8. Okay. Wow. The oak. All right, let's go on to. Okay, guys, would you rather do how to be a goth or how to get a divorce in prison?
Yeah, which one would you rather?
We'll leave it up to chat and the few that have remained around to hear my drunkenness. Just waiting for the response. Do-do-do.
Like elevator music or something.
Right? Somebody accused the bluesy, noir-esque jazz that I picked as being, quote, elevator music. I was offended. I've heard elevator music jazz, and it's lame. It doesn't have the sultry smokiness of the music that I carefully selected, and am continually claimed on by an Australian jazz musician who keeps thinking that the material's his, but it's not, because he's got some bot out there. Anytime, like, about 15 minutes in to one of the music sets that I have, they're all about an hour to an hour and a half long, and one of them has a Harlem Nocturne in it. He claims that every single time I use that music set. Yeah, guy, I know. You have a video up on YouTube where you are playing a cover of Harlem Nocturne. That's fine. But that doesn't mean everybody's Harlem Nocturne is yours. You didn't write the song. It was played in smoky jazz underground cafes a long time before you or I were born. The motherfucker shows up and claims it, or his bot does, every time. I get 3 claims per Noir Bar video chat. And it's all from the jazz music that plays in the background. And it's all royalty free. Doesn't matter. They claim it. Fuckers. I put up the protest or whatever, like disputed the claim. I click the button. Nothing happens. I don't hear anything back. The claim never goes away. I never get anything in my email saying we're deciding on your claim or anything. That fucking dispute claim button doesn't mean anything. I don't think it does anything or goes anywhere. I've heard streamers, big time streamers, complain about that you hear no feedback from YouTube. I think it's worse than that. I think that YouTube is full of fake buttons to make you feel like something's happening. It's like the people that keep pressing the up button on the elevator thinking it makes the car come faster. No, it doesn't. No dispute is actually registered when you push the dispute button. I've done it, nothing happens. I hear nothing. Does it include how you craft the ceremonial shanks for filing the divorce between you and your cellmate? I don't think it's that kind of divorce, bro. I don't think it's a gay prison house divorce.
Or what?
It might be. Far, did you read through it? I didn't read through it. You just...
Yeah, I think it's just a divorce of like, well... Sorry?
What?
Whoa, I've got you for me. Fuck.
Ah, Western Australian internet strikes again.
Like, I yeah, I didn't go through the prison thing.
No, neither do I. So it might be...
It was one of the ones where I looked up like, you know, that one phrase of how to know when it's time to divorce your wife, and that came up.
Alright, Volpotato said it would do something if you had more subscribers. Ouch. Ouch. I'm very proud of my just over 1,500 subs. Thank you.
I mean, that's an achievement.
All of y'all are awesome. And
Yeah.
I think the more important thing is what percentage of your subs actually watch your videos. I'm somewhere between 30 and 50%. You tell me about your favorite YouTuber that's at 500,000 subs that's at 30 or 50%. Because my subs are awesome because they actually want to watch my videos, and that's fucking great.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. That's why they're great people. So the only one who said anything was Gilcado, and he said he wanted to watch the divorce or check out the divorce in prison one, so we're going to check that out. We've noticed
I mean,
you're using an
lie.
ad blocker. You're goddamn right I am.
You're right. Yeah, I had that come up as well.
Everyone, use an ad blocker. Deny that Australian jazz musician his money. Clinton M. Sadvik, JD, PhD, wrote this article, or co-authored this article on how to get a divorce in prison.
Yeah, I see. He is an expert.
This man really looks like he's mulling over whether or not he should divorce his large Hispanic cellmate.
Uh-huh.
If you wish to get a divorce while incarcerated, you may be unsure of how to do it without access to the financial resources required to pay a lawyer or the freedom to get information on your own behalf. The prison law library is often a good place to start. Determine the requirements of getting a divorce and contacting your local court clerk's office should you blah, blah, blah. Okay, what's step one? Preparing for divorce. If you decide to get a divorce, decide if divorce is the right option for your situation before you move forward with your divorce. Considering the different types of divorce to determine which one will work out best for your situation. There are 4 types of divorce. They're called dissolution, summary dissolution, annulment, and legal separation. Huh. Yeah. Okay, Far.
Yes, me.
Shit. I've got an odd call coming in at 3:25 a.m. Could you please entertain the audience for a quick second?
Oh, shit. Okay, don't know how. Sorry, how is everyone going?
I heard that. Do it anyway. Chat, keep her company, for God's sake.
Oh my god. Yep, I'm getting caught out. That's fantastic. Great. Awesome. Yeah, gonna be a lot of umming and I. Fuck. Song and dance time? Yeah. When I come out with the top hat and the cane. Start doing old timey. Stuff. Okay, yep. 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 Tell us the my entire life. Hey! Hey, Senate. Like, no. My coast is better. At least we're not in. Evolved potato, can you explain the yeah, nah, yeah difference? I guess I could. It like, you know, yeah, nah, it's like you say no, but in a really vague way. Same for nah, yeah, except it's reverse.
All right, crisis averted.
What was that?
That was a very, very drunk friend of mine calling long distance. Like I looked at the area code and I'm like, wait, what? You know what I mean? And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that's from elsewhere out of town. And I'm like, okay, and it's pretty late. I better answer that. No, it's just a drunk friend going, happy birthday, man.
Exactly like that?
Well, sadly, yes.
That's great.
I told him I've been drinking and I'm on a stream and I don't sound like you need to learn how to hold your liquor. I made fun of him a little bit. It's cool. Oh, fuck, I left the whatchamacallit up. Well, whatever. Most of it was just double checking that he wasn't driving home himself because he wasn't at home. Yeah. And so, we gotta get together soon. And so, yeah, that's great, man. I don't even know about these things. Consider a dissolution. Dissolution ends a marriage or domestic partnership. As part of a dissolution, all other aspects of the marriage will be settled. Custody, financial support of children, alimony, and division of property. This sounds like it's going to be very legal.
Yeah.
Look at this. If you have less than $40,000 in acquired property, do not have more than $6,000 in debt, do not have separate property worth more than 40 grand. Oh, look, Soy Boy's getting a divorce. Oh, poor guy.
Oh, shit.
Here.
What a
Let's.
terrible.
Did I, Jester? Says happy birthday. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so what we're gonna do instead is provide our own captions. Okay.
We're doing a Disney vacation?
Yes. So I look at this man and I see, is that tweet more racist or sexist? I don't know how to reply. That's what I get. What's that?
How to cancel someone on Twitter.
Yeah. He's sitting there wondering, like, what would get the most likes if I called this person a racist or a sexist? Look at that douchebag beard. You know, this is the guy, you know, calling out Trump every hour on the hour on Twitter, just dying for people to retweet him or like his stuff, hoping that his paperwork for a blue check mark goes through someday, give his life some kind of meaning. That's what I get from it.
So overwhelming sadness. Got it.
You know what? Vexor makes a good suggestion. I'm more interested in various ways to make a shiv in prison. Note to self.
Yeah, is there a how to make a shiv?
Probably not. I doubt WikiHow's cool enough to show you how to make weaponry. Maybe at one point, but
I mean, there is that article they have where it's like, you know, how to scout around to find Wi-Fi networks that are unprotected.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have like heavily throughout the entire article. This is just, you know, for fun. Don't do this for illegal reasons. So I could totally believe that they have like how to make a shiv somewhere on WikiHow, but they have it like with a shit ton of statements of saying don't actually use this.
No, what I'm gonna do, I hear you, but like Cynic talks about melted cigarette filters. Absolutely. Did you know you can make a shiv out of melted cigarette filters?
Oh.
Because like a cigarette filter is like it's not a natural cotton or natural fiber. It's a polymer. So when you melt it, it melts like plastic melts. And if you melt a whole bunch of them, it will melt into a hard plastic. So you can melt a whole bunch of them down and roll them out by hand into a long, straight shiv.
Huh.
Yeah, crazy.
Okay, I've just looked it up and WikiHow, and I'm finding a lot of makeup things
Like face
for
makeup?
some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, like a lot of things to do with makeup, but not. Okay.
This is the face of a man poring over the horrific possibility that their child might grow up cis.
Oh god.
That's good. That's good. I'm gonna look up. That gives me an idea for articles. Like that might be how I bring it into my own YouTube channel. Start going over like not WikiHow necessarily, but just different ways that people have made like shivs in prison. And it's like let's see how creative these people can get, and it'll be like they'll come down on me for production of weaponry or something, for promoting production of weaponry.
Promoting
what is this woman thinking about? Do you think, Far?
How to realign my finger.
Does it look a little broken to you?
Looks really, really weird. How to grow an extra finger?
See, this is
Looks like she has an extra finger.
yeah, see, you stole my joke, because I was about to say, I wonder if everybody can see that I'm hiding my disgusting sixth finger behind my hair.
Oh.
Because it really does look like she's got like, I mean, that's not how a thumb works.
Yeah, not. Okay, what my caption, eight deep, leave me alone. My caption for this one is, little girl, I'm casting for a new movie. It's called Cuties 2. Would you like to be in it? Oh god.
And this is her reaction. See? It's
how to speak in speech bubble.
What?
How to speak in speech bubble.
You think that she's actually saying question mark?
Yeah.
Oh. I found how to make homemade weapons out of everyday objects. And that is the exact kind of thing that the Noir Bar hashtag is for.
Right?
Absolutely is what the Noir Bar hashtag is for. By all means, sir, on Twitter. Let's see. What do you got? What do you get from this guy, Far? I get, Jesus, I found another 30,000 missing Hillary Clinton emails.
Oh, God.
Does everyone remember that? When they kept finding another 30,000 emails that Hillary Clinton swore didn't exist?
I swear there are no more hidden emails. Well, what about all these? I swear there are no more after that.
This looks like somebody visiting HR. Like the diversity and inclusion officer.
An iPhone.
Really?
What? That's how it appears on the phone. Like, everyone else is green, but if it's a fellow iPhone user, hey, it's blue.
Yeah. Anemone says, wow, I forgot Noir Bar had a hashtag. Yeah, it does, but more my fault than anything. I reactivated it, meaning restole it from that awful trend bar in London, I believe it was, in London, England, that is, I believe, shut down now. It was just such a trend. We're only going to be up for a year. Oh, we're Noir Bar? So, and you know what made it Noir Bar? Everything was black inside. Like, black glass, black couches, black carpet.
Yeah, that's kind of a cop.
Completely.
At least creative, you know? But I guess that's also much from trendy bar makers.
Ebony says, Polly, I get, quote, wow, I found my old Mario X Sonic Rule 34?
Whoa.
And Manic did too. What? Like, looking for Noir Bar you did?
No, is that the caption? For the, the guy with the paper?
I getcha. Wow. Okay. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. That was a little. I'm like, who's putting that shit on Noir Bar? Like the
That
hashtag.
is fantastic if that is their caption. Well done.
Yeah.
That's great.
Jesus, Ebony. What is that? I didn't realize you were a shit poster. I was okay. Didn't expect a Rule 34 joke from you, but okay. I just. And Mannix over there laughing at it.
Good one.
Yeah. Thexor gets out of this one. Ellipsis? Yes, ellipsis. You see far 3 dots in a row are called an ellipsis?
Yeah, I know.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Lots of us don't know things. Let's see. We don't need to get anything. This is the guy drawing the Rule 34. So
Oh, I see.
say this is Rich at art, hard at work, drawing his hentai.
No. That's a poor artist from DeviantArt getting their 50th commission in a row for Sonic Vor.
Sonic Vor?
Yeah.
Jesus.
They went to art school and they ended up just getting commissions for Sonic the Hedgehog. And the various fetishes that come along with that fandom.
Wow. There's
That is the dark reality of DeviantArt.
one of my favorite artists out there, who's he's just a fantastic artist. Benes, Benes. He does all kinds of DeviantArt commissions of all kinds, and he's not a crappy artist. He's an expert Western comic book artist. I've used a whole bunch of his superheroine pinups for comic book curation thumbnails because he gets a lot of commissions for sexy, powerful superhero ladies, like especially Rogue and stuff like that, right? He doesn't do nudes, he just does sexy. You know what I mean? And he always draws them really muscled and I love his art style. It looks great. Why aren't you a professional artist? And the reason is the unfortunate one. The DeviantArt commissions, individual commissions, pay more than Marvel will on its per page rate. Like he could do the Marvel's per page rate at somebody that's not a celebrity artist for them is somewhere between 150 and 250 a page, depending on whether or not you're doing the inking yourself, because then they have to pay a separate ink per page fee. You know what I mean? And it's as long as it would take him to draw a page, he could do better on DeviantArt commissions. That's sad, guys, and that's why Marvel Comics, 3/4 of them look the way that they do, because they hire failed Tumblr artists to do, because they can hire them at like $75 per page rates. And they produce art that has no backgrounds because they're not good at it and they're simply not being paid enough to bother. Like when you're being paid like superstar rates at 300 plus a page, oh yeah, you're going to take the time to, like Jim Lee does, to sculpt in all the microscopic detail in the background and, take days to do a double page spread. Anyway, I just find it depressing that the best artists are doing porn.
Yeah. Well, and the wild part is as well, those Tumblr artists probably don't even know or even realize that the rates they're being paid are pretty subpar in comparison, because not a lot of people know the correct rates to be charging people. I mean, I don't even charge people the correct rates, but that's just because it's like I would not feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
Just because of what it is.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I don't even charge the correct rate, but I at least know that. I am aware. They're probably not.
What was the name again? Is Benes, Benes. If you just go to Google image search and type in Benes's last name, and then superhero or comic book hero or commission following that, you'll see all the just start to come up. Have I complained about my thumbnail striking on Noir Bar yet? Or live? I think I've done it on comic book curation. I can't remember.
But the butt robot?
Yeah, the butt striking robot. It's my theory. I've had all sorts of comic book curation thumbnails taken down because they're too sexy. It's sexually explicit. And I'm trying. I look at the ones that are struck down, try and go backwards through, because they're not labeled per episode, which I probably should do. But just like, okay, here's the one before it, here's one after it, and here's the one that's missing now. What is it about these various images? Because some get taken down and some down. And it's I've got this theory that it's there's a butt detector out there, because it always seems like asses that are getting struck. Like here, this one, for example. This is a bet. If it ever loads. Potato working. Potato working. It's thinking about it. Going slow. Oh, holy shit, potato. Come on. Are we still waiting for it? Yes, we are. My God. Give generous. Holy shit! Seriously? This is why I don't type in chat a lot, guys, because the letters will appear one character at a time extremely slowly. This is a picture of a hentai artist receiving their large dividends off of their tentacle porn.
Yeah, this is the person on DeviantArt who drew the Sonic War getting paid.
This is somebody handing a copy of the Sonic 4 over to a judge. See if the judge thinks it's porn.
Is this too illegal for life?
Right? See, there's a Venice. I mean, look at the quality of the art. Look at the detail. But he also does, again, it's, you know, Supergirl and Rogue, right? And
yeah.
This is an image I used for an upcoming thumbnail of just Rogue. I cut her out of it, flipped her around, shadowed her properly, and just, yeah. And notice they're never weak women. They're just sexy, and they're always muscled and so forth. And holy shit, the money that this guy can bring in from a single original, because people want the original, right? Where you can see the ink strokes and stuff on it, go for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's Ebony Williams, thank you so much for the generous $10 donation. I get paid this week, so here, more birthday monies. Thanks for the work entertainment. You're at work too? That's great. I love entertaining people when they're at work. I think about the boring shifts that I do sometimes when I still did shift work, and it's like, oh man, I wish I knew about audiobooks and streams back then. I just wasn't on YouTube at the time I was doing shift work. You know, stealth comic book curation stream inside a Noir Bar.
Bamboozled you.
Are Rogue and Supergirl getting a divorce? Yeah, right? Yeah, and somebody asked, Thexor did she say Sonic 4 or Sonic Vor? Unfortunately, the latter. Yeah. I don't want to see Sonic eating tails.
I don't want to see any of that, but unfortunately I'm aware of it.
Can you imagine what artists like Bennis and other people draw for private commissions?
I can imagine. That's why I say the DeviantArt story things. It's like, that's usually what happens.
Mm.
It's furries with a suspicious amount of money.
Well, you know what? Speaking of furries with suspicious money, we watched Deadwing Dork streams where they're talking about how expensive those full furry suits are.
Yeah.
Shockingly, chat, they're like $5,000 plus. Like with the big cartoon eyes that are inset and the ears and all that stupidity. Looking like Disneyland characters, but they're custom made and high quality. They're over $5,000. These sickos have so much fucking money.
That's why I say they have suspicious amounts of money.
And that's the problem, because they're like, you know, professional people. They're engineers and county commissioners and like, oh my God. And here's the person saying, thank you very much for my Sonic Vor. I gladly accept.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Furry artists make bank. Yeah, I have no doubt.
Yeah,
you're
they
right,
do.
Manic. I do not. Let me tell you something. If I had $5,000 for a furry suit, one, I wouldn't spend it on a furry suit. Two, I wouldn't be on this potato right now. What else? Three, I'd have a better mic. I'd have Sinatra's mic. Fuck you, Sinatra, and your fantastic mic. Yeah, yeah, a furry suit is the last thing I'd spend it on. I don't even get the point. Like, why would you buy a suit for $5,000 and spend most of your time walking around outdoors at furry conventions, sweating the fucking thing up?
The appeal of having a costume where it'd be fun, but like things furries do with it, it kind of takes away any of that childlike glee I could get out of having a suit like that. You know, of just being able to run around and be like, "Hey, look at me! This is fun." Just fucking around with the suit.
You don't know if that over-under handshake is Masonic. It could be Mormons. You don't know.
They could be they could be Hebrew Israelites. I don't know. Actually, no.
This is a sad one. Look at this. This is number 4. Await your spouse's response. And look at the sad man in the background. Do you see what I mean?
God.
Yes. Fucking in public in a fursuit is a jailable offense. That's what I get off of this.
Yeah. You did what at the McDonald's?
Ebony Williams says, you still haven't replaced the potato? Triple question mark. Would I be judged harshly if I admitted that a lot of my drinking, in addition to just having a good time, was also about dulling the pain of my unfixed tooth before I got it fixed? See, for those of you who don't know, I was chewing a Jolly Rancher, which you should never do.
Don't that.
And I'm pouring number 9?
9?
Is it? I think it's 9. I was chewing a Jolly Rancher, and it pulled a filling out of my second from the back tooth. I don't know which one that's called. The lower left. And my dental insurance, although I do have dental insurance through campus, does not cover. I forget what the technical word is for it. To fix old work. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So it was to fix old work, and I bugged my dentist about it a number of times. He's like, "You need to get that fixed," and I'm like, "Are you going to call it a new cavity filling?" And he's like, "Are you asking me if I'm going to commit insurance fraud?" Like, certainly not. No, you just not at all. Yeah, can't we just pretend though? And it went on forever. And so, Ebony, to answer your question, some of that money went towards that as opposed to Tylenol and anti-inflammatories for my jaw swelling up from that filling problem that I had. But I am getting close to potato time again. Like, you know, being able to pull that shit off. Number 9. Here's to you. You know what bugs me, chat? Let me tell you what bugs me. This is... Past 9 drinks is honest, Polly. Okay.
Oh boy.
Far drinks. I've heard it. She's partial to gin, which is expected from her English roots. But you see the sideways stab in this? That was just slipped it in.
Well, you're from English roots too. Shut up.
Yeah, I know, Ebony. This is Polly. You suck on it till it's a tiny sliver. Even children know this. Now, I can bring this all back around, okay? Yes, that is what you're supposed to do with it, Ebony. I hear you. It was a dumb move, and I understand why, and that's why I said don't do it. But speaking of turning lollipops into shivs, which is what we were talking about previously, brings us over to Far, who does that. And she has photographic evidence. I don't know why, but Far likes turning lollipops into prison shivs.
It's not lollipops, it's...
Oh, that's right. Candy canes. Yeah, the candy cane shiv. And it's insane. It must take her hours. I find that.
It really doesn't take hours.
I've had many candy canes in my life. It would have to. Well, I had no idea how. I knew they were sticky because they kind of stick to your teeth if you're dumb enough to chew on them. And I don't even mean chew hard. They just generally, but I didn't know it was sticky enough to yank a fucking filling right out. Although my new dentist said that was largely because the old dentist didn't cure the filling material properly, or that shouldn't have happened. With the sealing and the curing, it should have not done that regardless of what you were eating. But
I mean, I've heard of that happening when, like, people eating minty, which are significantly less sticky than Jolly Ranchers.
Okay.
So, yeah, it happens.
So, Thexor is right. This is time for What Grinds My Gears. And what grinds my gears is that Far drinks, but she refuses to come drink on stream with the rest of us. Vol Potato's here drinking. Took off work early to come drink with us, Far. Are you drinking? No. And you know what this is part of? This is part of the game that Far plays. Okay? She makes herself seem like the victim, like I'm the one bugging her. Went over in chat. She's telling me to fuck off 6 ways from Sunday. Like, oh, there's a Vol Potato. Turning a candy cane into a shiv makes me go 10 minutes. What is this, an Australian thing? Figuring out how to make weapons out of candy?
I mean, it's a part of our DNA.
This is what happens when you form a country out of a penal colony. Passed down from mother to daughter, from father to son, how to make weapons for take care of the prison guards who've done you wrong.
Yeah. But you knew about the assault weapons, right?
Yeah.
Like the shit I welded together out of junk.
You know, chat, you could go over to, speaking of shit that she's welded together out of junk, go over to Far's channel. And if you're not subbed to Far's channel, you should be. I believe it's in the description, isn't it? Didn't I put your... I know your merch store is there. Buy her shit.
Yeah, buy shit. No, my nah, you not there.
Oh, fuck. I should fix that. Because Far just put up a new time-lapse video for her art yesterday. Totally worth checking out.
I did.
Yeah, she does all kinds of fun shit like that. And are you going to do a... whatchamacallit? Of your laptop story?
Oh yeah, the like an animatic of it, yeah.
Yeah. So if you haven't been,
some point.
if you haven't been over there to see the animatics that she does, they're funny, and I hope she does an animatic of this. And if you haven't been over to her channel, you can see the animatic of the only time that Coach Cringe, popularly known as Coach Red Pill, and myself had a discussion on Ranting Monkey's stream. It didn't go well.
The animatic that I sat down right after that stream happened and just shoved it out because I knew if I waited on that I wasn't going to do it.
And then,
I saw my chance.
Well, and it was a well-taken chance because, took?
Yeah.
Tooken's not a word.
Well tucked.
Well, no.
Well, tuck it out.
It's just, that animatic, while I did love the shit out of it, it also bugged the shit out of me because Far had more views on that video than I had on anything on my channel. And it for months and months and months, that was the case. I don't know.
Yeah.
How many views did it have? Over 500, 600? What was it?
I mean, I can look at it right now and tell you exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's 667.
667. For the longest time, she had more views on that video than I had on anything I had ever put online on YouTube. And it annoyed me that she had gotten more views with my voice than I had with mine. And so I was like...
Well, it wasn't just that one, though. It was every Ploy Junior I had done.
Oh, right. All the Ploy Juniors. Yeah. Oh, which brings me back to the welded together improvised weaponry thing. You can go over there and see nice Fars. He's got the cute little Australian voices. You could see her in a war mask with an improvised metal weapon threatening an otter plushie as a death threat to me.
The greatest part of that weapon though is the fact when I first made it, like I was still I was still doing the art course at TAFE, and like I brought it into the sculpture room, and people were looking at it like, wow, like that looks really dangerous. Yeah. And then I kind of just like went, I want to kind of test this out, and I just kind of swung it down onto one of like the working benches.
Right.
And I wasn't expecting this, but I probably should have. It embedded itself a couple of centimeters into the table.
And what's that
So
in measurements for countries that have made it to the moon?
Maybe half an inch.
Half an inch, okay.
But it's maybe, but it's like, I think I ever actually that.
Yeah, both Manic and Evolved Potato say that they go back and watch them from time to time. I do too. The Ploy Juniors, they're great. Well, they're really not, but whatever.
You just said they were great. Don't lie to me.
If you ever for people that say you can only take people out of context to a certain degree, go watch the Ploy Junior videos and see if that's true.
No. No, you can take people out of context very wildly.
Like Cranberries Ain't Gay? That was taken wildly out of context.
Cranberries ain't gay.
It made
Not
sense.
even a fruit.
It made sense at the time.
That's still one of my favorite quotes. It's just so dumb. Cranberries ain't gay.
They were calling ginger ale gay. It just bugged me. Or was it just cranberry juice?
It might have been cranberry juice. I don't know. Like, I wasn't actually on whatever particular stream that was.
I don't like
I just
being...
remember and then being like, yes.
I don't like being maneuvered into saying things that make me look like, well. It's YouTube, guys. YouTube has come such a long way. I said like a year ago that we're not going to recognize YouTube a year from now in terms of the way that it is now, and it's true. And a year forward, same thing. Like it's. Remember what's her name's interview? President of YouTube. Susan Wojcicki. Oh, Holy Reaper, shut up. How's it going? And the rest of you degenerates, that's nice. Platty, go to bed. What are you still doing up?
Well, it's still within bedtime.
Oh, all right, whatever. Where was I going with this? Oh, Susan Wojcicki's commentary that only half of YouTube's views at this point result from user uploaded content. Half. Of the other half, it's split two ways between legacy media content, which is all of the news channels that they push, the CNN, the MSNBC, the Fox News, the stuff that they push, and the other half of that, so 1/4 is legacy media stuff. Oh yeah, and if you've ever been to the YouTube homepage, all of the fucking late night comedians monologues that nobody thinks are funny. It's just people are watching because they
without people laughing in the crowd.
Right. Yeah. Because you see when they're doing their good point, doing their COVID-19 stuff.
You want to talk about like an existential nightmare? Watch some of that shit.
Yeah. It's true body cringe, like where you're just like it makes you lean over a little bit because your abs tighten up. Like it's an actual cringe feeling watching a late night comedian do their corny ass monologue from home when there's no audience to make it seem funny, to give it a live laugh track. You know what I mean? Their jokes aren't funny, they're terrible. It really is Drumpf, am I right? And you hear them pause, waiting for the audience to laugh because they're so used to it. And it's like, man, you're just... Trevor Noah seems as unfunny as he ever did. Even a fucking audience doesn't help that guy. But every time over on the YouTube homepage, there's the Jimmys, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, there's Noah's, there's all of them are up there. Bill Maher's fucking individual talks with people in his little rants. It's like, yeah, because they're promoted. They have deals with HBO and for Bill Maher and then NBC and CBS. That's why they promote it. So that's 1/4 of the views. The other quarter of the views is all music. Vivo stuff. There wasn't, like, even 2 years before that, she was saying in that interview, it was more like 75% was user-uploaded content. They're trying to push it down. Give it a year or two from now, YouTube will be entirely legacy media content, music, and Logan Paul type channels. Makeup channels.
That is a depressing.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and the other 25% is ASMR channels. I don't think the ASMR channels are going to last because there's too many... people realize the Venn diagram overlap that they could do with being an e-thought. So half of AMSR channels are titty streamers that are sucking on lollipops close to the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're, I don't know, maybe that'll be staved off for a year with virtual tubers.
Man, I heard.
Man, that shit hit like a storm. Everybody I knew was talking about it. It's like, oh my god, hentai girls talking live, yay! And they're in English now. But, oh my... What?
Oh wait, is that the Project Melody thing? That's the only hentai girl I can think of.
Far.
What?
Let's be honest between us. Okay, hold on here. Drink number 10 so I can be extra honest.
Okay. Alright.
Guys are jerking to those channels. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they probably are.
Okay, so when you have an animu girl, and she's, tee-hee-hee, and she's got the titty with the jiggle physics and everything, and I watched the one that you linked me because you were saying, like, oh, this is what we're watching. And I went there, and, oh, yeah, there was mad jiggle physics in action. Yeah,
Yep.
there's... So, no. Is it technically hentai? No. Is it functionally hentai? Yes.
Oh god. Like, I get what you mean, but it's just like thinking on it, it's like, Christ. Oh no.
Chat, look at this. It's a gold seahorse.
Yeah, it certainly is. Why are there shoes underneath them? Is that what they're turning the seahorses into?
No, it's just an ad.
You
Yep.
Are you positive?
Well, these seahorses are real small. This is Vietnam's first endeavor into genetic engineering. They genetically engineered literally gold seahorses.
Wait, literally gold.
Yes. That of all potato, your VTubers are going to be like, they are going to dominate. Why do you think that Pokemange is doing the VTuber thing now? I mean, ultimate trend follower.
That's not. And we all know it.
It's like, I'm Animu girl. I'm cute. Tee-hee, give me money. Look, I live in a princess bedroom and I've got plushies everywhere. And look, there's a giant Pokeball back there. I'm Pokemange. I like it because it looks like this. I like this picture because it looks like the seahorse is just chilling. Looks like he's just asleep. But yeah, it's got literal gold in it. And this is what Vietnam's been up to in terms of genetic engineering. It wasn't enough to have luxurious objects, diamond encrusted in gold and everything. For those who could afford it, the mainstream luxury trend got old very fast. The Vietnamese market found a way to bring it back to life. However, I mean that very literally. Vietnam's first genetically engineered animals are 108 living seahorses made of gold. At their current age of 2 weeks, the striped, glittering seahorses are only about the size of matchsticks, but as they grow older, so will their value. They may still be tiny, but they're worth their weight in gold. La ha ha. They were created at Vietnam National University's College of Science using the gene shooting method. Gene GFP, a light-emitting gene extracted from jellyfish, was combined with tiny grains of gold. Then these grains of gold were injected into seahorse egg cells. The gold mixed with the jellyfish genes, and it was incorporated into the cells of the seahorses, which glittered when they came into being.
Gold?
So they have gold throughout their cells because they played Dr. Frankenstein.
Gee. Yep, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gold seahorses, alright. Hey,
Yeah.
that's a thing.
It's just this is where genetic engineering is. People are like, oh, it'll be a cure for cancer. No.
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 It's gonna be gold seahorses.
Yeah. Gold seahorses and glow in the dark pets, which was, if I remember correctly, was another article that was down here at the bottom. Oh yeah. You want to see a weird one? Look at that. Look, it's a pig with two faces and one eye.
Oh.
I didn't want to click on it to see if they were photoshopped or not. I was like, I'm going to assume they're photoshopped and move on. Wait. Ebony Williams, can we expect a comic book curation this week? Yes. It didn't happen last week because Quiz is doing 12-hour shifts, so I definitely feel for him. And I was feeling very, very sick last Wednesday, and Quiz had just gotten off a 12-hour shift and had a big headache. So we decided to set it off until the next night, and we weren't able to do it then because of scheduling. And so we were going to do it Sunday. Jack was confused and thought we meant Saturday, which was understandable because it was only said once. Blah, blah, blah. So the point is, yeah, that's why we didn't do one last week, but definitely this week. Absolutely. We got gold seahorses before kitty girls. I'm fed up with this world. God, what is it with people in the cat girls? Fuck. I'm not, of all potatoes, talking about how big the VTubing thing is. Can we just submit to our hentai overlords and get the whole thing over with?
Submit to Japan.
Yeah, it's coming, man. We drop atomic bombs on them a number of years ago. Years later, they take over everything with hentai. The strategy that these people operate with it's insidious and genius at the same time. Thank you very much, Unholy Reaper. Greatly appreciate it. And you get a naked Eva Green. Happy birthday, Polly. May you enjoy another year. And here, so you can get a little closer to getting rid of the fucking potato. Well, yeah. And once I've got the potato, I could do things like project money. Well, really, I'd want Sinatra's mic. Have I said fuck Sinatra and his fancy mic yet? Listen, every time I put the shot glass down, you hear that, right?
I do.
Yeah, you should. If I had Sinatra's mic, you wouldn't. Just fuck. Anyway, I went and looked at the specs on that mic, and also I rate Alex's mic, which is a pretty sick mic as well. But in the end, I wanted the Shure one more than I forget the brand name that Alex rolls with. But I don't. Alex has the brand of mic that he has. It's not like on an arm like this one is, on an armature with the springs and everything, because he wants to be able to slap himself in the face for AMSR dick slaps. Because
Okay.
Haven't you ever heard him ASMR the ladies in his audience? That's half the reason they show up. I swear it is. They, oh baby, blah blah blah, like, you know. Virgil Grin asks, God damn, does everyone ever get a wrench around these parts? Happy birthday, buddy. Why aren't you drunk? Drunk? I am well beyond the point of operating machinery, my friend. Hold on. Ex-Bubba Hotep bean slaps. Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about. He does it all the... Far, show him one of his live streams and just ask him the nondescript question of, hey, why don't you have that mic on an arm, like on a boom, so you can just kind of move it around? Watch him start slapping himself in the face with it like it's a dick.
Right.
There. Oh, so the project thing. Gun projects. That's what Unholy Reaper reminded me of. It'll be all right, guys. I procured my upper and lower for my 300 blackout pistol build. You know. I was thinking about doing a separate channel that was all gun content. I was thinking about it. You know how many people own 200 Series 6 hours? And have no idea how to properly detail strip them?
What the fuck is that reasoning?
Do you know who Megan Thee Stallion is? She's one half of the WAP video.
Is she?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never watched that video.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I'm keeping it that way.
You know the part that everybody disbelieves, but it's true? Is that the steady refrain of there's some holes in this house, there's some holes in this house. People are like, no, it doesn't say it. Yes, it does. Yeah, absolutely. I'm amazed that anybody, like, yes, okay, they're both ex-escorts and ex-strippers, etc. Okay, yeah, I get that. But to, like, just you're fine with calling yourself a whore? That's crazy to me, man. That's just crazy. That's when dignity's far in the rear view, disappearing over the horizon. Anyway, yeah, he shot her in a car. They were in a car together. His gun, get this, went off because they do that on their own. Yeah, and yeah, he claimed it happened because he was, quote, too drunk. I love that story so much.
That's incredible. That's the excuse you're going with. Okay. Okay.
There's a gunsmith simulator game on Steam. And then Holy Reaper says, if you're talking about World of Guns, I've told him about it before. If you do, I don't remember. Well, I don't know. That would be like a woodcraft simulator. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that probably.
Why would you want to do, like, simulated lathe work?
I don't know. Some people just do, I guess.
We've all seen True Lies. You drop a gun, and it just kills the terrorists in the room before it falls. That was one of the best. Okay, Far, have you ever seen True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Ages and
Yeah, okay. There's a scene in it where somebody drops... It's a small machine pistol. I think it's supposed to be like an Ingram or an Uzi or something. But anyway, it's just like a small machine gun. Pistol caliber machine gun. And drops it, and as it rolls down the stairs, it's firing, killing people. Because that's what happens.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
No, its name really was Gunsmith Simulator.
Okay. Guns. Later.
Don't people
Okay.
call games a walking simulator as an insult? Like, that's just a few doors down, isn't it?
That.
And look at this.
Oh, it's to be announced.
Oh, okay.
It's not even out yet. It's to be announced.
Can we agree that this guy shouldn't have tried growing a beard if this is the best you can do? You look like Wolfman over here, man. Like, why did you...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And why did you get tattoos all the way up to your jawline? Anyway.
But, I'm looking at the Gunsmith. I think it's just... It's a game where you get orders from people to make guns, and then you make the gun. Like, okay. Like, it's not just... It doesn't look like it's just you making guns for the hell of it. It's like, seems to be a kind of goal, I guess?
Okay.
So, you might be up your alley. I don't know.
It started me thinking about regretful purchases, like games on Steam and such. I remember that game that Platty and Chaos Eve were playing like 2 years ago at Christmas. It was the game requires you to play. You're playing elves that are cleaning up after Santa snapped and went on a massacre, killing all the elves in the workshop. So the game is you going around picking up elf bodies and throwing them in the fire.
Whoa.
And I remember it caught my attention because and they were excited because they could play this like dual play together because they were at least playing elf and sim. And you got to clean up everything, like all the blood, and toss all the bodies and broken stuff into the fire, etc., etc. And I'm like, how much did this game cost you? And I remember Eve saying something like, "Oh, it wasn't much. It was only like $10." I'm like, $10? Isn't that what like a quality platformer like Hollow Knight's going for? I don't.
Yeah, but even then, like, Hollow Knight is probably going for cheaper than it really should be. But, yeah.
Isn't that
Absolutely.
Isn't that a Weird AM song? The Night Santa Went Crazy. Oh, Weird Al song. It worked Weird AM because it's the kind of song you hear on AM radio at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's what I thought you meant. But, oh, there's Platy right there.
Yeah.
Viscera cleanup detail? What, Viscera cleanup
Yeah,
detail?
Viscera. Oh, I remember that.
Do you remember it now?
Yeah, it's not Santa killing all the elves. It's like the aftermath of a horror. You know, dealing with monsters and shit like that, and like you have to clean up like the aftermath of like a rampaging through like a spaceship or something like that.
But it's all dead Christmas elves.
There might have been a stage in that where it was all dead Christmas elves. It might have been like a Christmas themed one, but I think it was just primarily monsters on a ship and you had to clean up afterwards.
I love it. In BGs, there's a whole genre of those games. Okay, really? Cleaning up after slashers?
I think that's the same one. I'm not sure.
I'm not opposed to it. What brought it to mind is this, you're talking like simple little games that do, like the concept of them is relatively simple, if you know what I mean. It's just you're cleaning up after murders or whatever. Yeah, there's Evolve 2 with just sort of cleanup detail again. What is your most regretted game you've ever bought from Steam far?
Oh god, from Steam.
Or in general. I would imagine there's some pretty bad Pokermen games you bought that you regret.
Probably not Pokemon.
I'm gonna get you to call it Pokermen one time.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. I mean, there are definitely games I regret, but that's more like I paid full price for that.
Chat, you guys are all a bunch of gamers. I'd love to hear like most regretted games and go look up what the gameplay was that you guys hated them so much and present it as a list.
It was a Final Fantasy game I paid for on the Switch that I'm like, yeah, nah, fuck that. That's like one of my regretted ones. Just because it's like I really did not enjoy that whatsoever. And I paid way too much for that. So yeah, that's a regretted one.
See, look at this. Like Vertigrin says, because I was just thinking about this. By offering that option, what is your most regretted game? I'm willing to bet that it's not going to be small games that didn't turn out well. It's like, oh, it's a $5 game. It was fine. Like for what it was, yeah, I got the entertainment. I played with a friend. It was a good time, whatever. It's going to be the $50 games that were not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, the AAA titles, etc.
Yeah, that's why I say that Final Fantasy, like, the Zodiac Age, it was, like, I did not like it. I didn't even complete it, like, my god, I did not. That's definitely a regret.
Ebony, do mobile games count? Yes, they do, most certainly. Because I would imagine that probably some of the most regretted spent money can be spent on mobile games. They spend hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to figure out from psychologists how to fake people into not realizing how much they're spending, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Platy's most regretted game. is a game that never made it out of alpha. Ouch. Yeah. $30
Yeah,
for a
geez.
game never put to use. Yeah, I could see that as really regret it. You didn't even get to play it. It didn't suck. I don't know, it might have sucked.
Yeah, that's Platy is really like not a big fan of you know, the Steam games where like they don't seem to ever really the alpha or beta stages, but you can still play them for whatever reason because usually you have to pay for them still, despite it not being a finished product. And yeah, I can absolutely understand that, especially if you burn a lot by those sorts of games. And they are kind of a scourge of Steam. Not gonna lie.
Far, Circuit Zero's one of you. It would be easier to get Polly to call an AR-15 an assault rifle than to get Far to call Pokemon a poker man and spell Pokemon with a capital P and an accent over the E. He's one of you.
Oh. Eh.
I don't even know how you got that accent over the E. Did you cut and paste it from somewhere? How do you get your keyboard to do that?
My phone autocorrects it to do that, actually.
Does it really?
Yeah, so like anytime you see me type Pokemon like that, it's not me doing it, I'm on my phone.
Total War 3 kid. In GTA 5, after all that money and all that download, I found out one of the processor kernels that crashed the game after 25 to 35 minutes. Dead Space?
Yeah,
How much did you pay for Unnamed Goose Game?
oh, not that much. Like maybe $15.
And that was totally worth it at that price? Cool.
Yeah, like that was fine.
And how
Hey,
are you going to pay for the DLC? The multiplayer?
I wouldn't on the Switch, because who else has it on the Switch? Like, that's where I played it.
Huh. I had
But
auto-corrected for his phone, Circus Zero's phone. That's how he got it. Jesus.
Yeah, there you go.
What's the name of the company that owns Pokerman? Insanity, or what's their name?
Oh, I know that. Why am I?
It's like Crazy Head or Insanity or Nut People. What's it? Stupid Face. What's it? What's the name?
Fuck, why am I having a blank on this? Game Freak.
Game Freak. That was close. Not really. Okay. And this is number 11?
The shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7 if you're taking it a lot.
All right. You know what I don't understand the appeal of? Among Us looks dull. That's not... Oh no, that's The Last of Us.
Among Us is that one of the newer games. I mean, yeah, I can understand like liking the.
Can we just talk about how much I don't like Pokemange?
Sure. It's your birthday. Although we probably should have ended the stream an hour ago, but it's your birthday.
Is that what's going on? Should have ended it an hour ago.
No, just been going for 3 hours.
Really?
Want to do a part 2?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna definitely drink some water before I go to bed tonight.
Yes.
In any case, it's not like I'm gonna stop drinking. But those streams are running, so anyway, and next Friday I'm gonna really feel it because that's when 2 of my friends get back into town, and they were, "Would you tell us it was your birthday?" And I was like, "I did, motherfucker 1 and motherfucker 2. I already told you." So anyway, it'll be next Friday because they are gone. They left this morning, and then apparently another friend of ours, she told them that it was my birthday, and it's like, "So you guys going out? Can are we all gonna take them out?" And it's like, anyway, so it's gonna be a long week of drinking is my point. Anyway, what was I rambling about?
wanted to talk about Pokemon.
Oh, right, Pokemage. Thank you. Let me tell you why Pokemage bugs me.
All right.
It's not just that she's doing the e-thought thing, which she is, and it's like, oh, that's insulting because it's the way she refers to her e-business as a business. Like, my company, my business, I'm not against capitalism because they're really the capitalism of it. I say this. What was the name of that clothing company we're watching the Illuminati video on?
Oh, LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe? LuLaRoe. Now, if anybody in chat knows LuLaRoe, you know what they're infamous for. Okay? I'm not against their capitalism of them selling things, but they are in the marketplace. Are they not open to criticism for being incredibly tacky? Like, the clothing they sell is ugly as sin. It's
really made of cheap ass material.
Right.
Cheaper than cheap.
You're not getting really what you paid for. It's into it's a multi-level marketing bullshit thing, and you're pushing. There's a bunch of enticements towards getting involved in it and so on and so forth. There's a big psychology aspect to it. And it's like, well, if people are buying those ugly clothes, isn't that their fault? Yeah, but I would argue you're in an open marketplace. So people are just as free to say that junk sucks as much as they are to buy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I love McDonald's, but the truth is Wendy's burgers are better than McDonald's burgers. You know, just because I'm not against them selling those burgers doesn't mean I can't say that those burgers suck compared to Wendy's burgers. And in the same vein, there's all kinds of streamers, and I think there's a definite enticement, there's a definite psychology that's going on. It's a mild level of psychological exploitation that's happening when Pretty Girl is giggling at your words. And I mean, I can't stand you. It bugs me. It is just low down bottom basement capitalism. I mean, it's not on the level of like selling meth or something, but it isn't an open marketplace, and why can't it be pointed at as being terrible? Like, the quality of the product sucks from Pokemage. In the same way as the quality of their clothes suck. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's really not anything wrong with pointing that out.
Yeah, I like the way Ex-Bubba Hotep said it. You can respect the hustle while criticizing the method.
Yeah.
And now Gilcato's mocking me. Hot takes. Wendy's burgers are better than Macca's. My God. I know. Well, see, you don't understand. It wasn't a hot take, man, where I was like attempting some bullshit Twitter stuff where somebody will take like the counter popular opinion just to be able to, generate some attention. I named something that everyone should kind of agree with. Like, if
I mean, we don't have Wendy's where I am, but I've had it before, and yeah, it is better than Macca's. I do prefer Wendy's burgers, because
they're really good by comparison. And Five Guys burgers, as Thexor brings up, are, yeah, but you pay for them, don't you? Five Guys burgers are better than Wendy's, but then that's accounted for in the price. In-N-Out is better than Five Guys? No.
And this is when it starts to be outside of what I know.
You know how long I thought Whataburger was Waterburger?
Probably as long as I thought it was.
Because
when I first heard it doesn't sound like water.
But everybody says it, especially Texans say it, like Pop-Tart, right? It's just Whataburger. And it sure sounds like the stuff that comes out of your tap burger. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Water bottle burger.
When are you going to make a Steam account? Because I have some humble games that I've been saving to give you. Dave Single's better than a quarter pounder. Damn right it is. Damn right it is. Hold on, just one more thing. Okay, so the Steam account. I'm going to make one because, like I said, way the fuck earlier on in the stream, according to Far, some 3 hours ago, that I want to do like bar trivia and shit like that. Do giveaways and stuff like that. And I think that the most straightforward way to do it is with a Steam account. And I know that everybody doesn't game, but frankly, it sounds like the best way to do it. And I don't want to do, like, it's supposed to be fun amongst the audience that is here, the bar patrons, you know what I mean? I thought about it for, Jack Quiz and I talked about it for comic book curation, to give away gift cards for Comixology to download digital comics. You know what I mean? We thought about doing it in that way. But I never want to do the thing that, like, the really lame fucking streamers do with the win an Xbox, like that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Win the gift card, and it's never really shown if someone actually won that or not, or if they even thieved it.
Yeah, like, it sounds so fun the way that Monkey and Satsu do it with the game stuff. They don't require people to do shit like what's the scam? You have to write in chat or write in the comments section something, and also share it with your friend, and then hit the like button. And if you do all of those things, then you're entered in the draw, and you're assuming the draw actually exists. You know, fuck off, guys.
Yeah.
It sounds way more fun just to, you know, give away the fucking Steam gift card, man. Get it done with, or the code, whatever, to a random person. That sounds like so much more fun. Unholy Reaper is being unnecessarily mean. You need a computer that can actually run a game, Polly.
He's not wrong.
No, that's not true. Because I don't need to be able to run a game to have a Steam account in your faces.
It helps. I'm just saying. Okay, my Mac could run games. Right, it could run Steam, but not well. Not very well.
It couldn't run Steam at all? Like the app?
It could, but not very
well. To speak of my computer's defense, I did install Steam with the previous hard drive that I've actually since changed out for an SSD drive. Thank you for that advice, Hammer. It really worked out well. Of all potatoes and Satsu gives are always rigged. I don't know about that. I don't want to give it away randomly, like with a random number generator. I want to be able to, like, I don't know, figure something out. It seems like a fun thing to do. Figure out some kind of means of making it a little bit better. It would have to be once I get the better computer, though, because I want to be able to reduce the chat lag time to near 0. And you can do that, but you have to have a pretty fast operating computer to pull it off. And people won't be able to go back when you're live and other things like that, but you can cut it down on your instantaneous feedback. So you can... Anyway, what was I saying? The computer could actually run a game. Oh, I installed on the previous hard drive that I had on this computer. What's that game where you're playing the gods, like Egyptian gods, Greek gods, and you fight in the game arena?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I installed that game and tried playing it for like a hot minute, and I was like, no, this game really didn't appeal to me.
Huh?
Yeah.
Those games don't worry about it.
Yeah, that was the... Guys, I'm a gamer noob. I don't have any shame in me because I don't get... Smite. Thank you, Reaper. Smite.
There you go.
I installed that game, and this is when it happened. I was like, okay, so what are the controls here, guys? And they're like, standard keyboard controls. I'm like, which are?
Yeah.
And they're like, you know, what is it? I'm just looking at my keyboard now. It was ASDW something?
WASD.
Yeah. And they're like, it's like, every game is like that. And I'm like, and I would know that how? This is literally the first game I've ever played on a PC. It wasn't like a point-and-click game when I was a kid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, okay, like, I had games, like, on a computer as a kid, but they're all point-and-click. So, like, unless, like, I had found that out later on. Like, because I only really figured it out because, like, I heard it around me so much, not because I actually played games on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless I hadn't heard anyone ever say that, yeah, I'd be right where you are, of, like, the fuck do you mean, standard keyboard control?
And see...
Yeah, I get it. It's like,
look at the...
unless you grew up, like, around it, or, like, you are aware of it, Yeah, why would you know?
Look at the evidence in chat right now. It's like, I said, what's the name of that game? And then I said, oh yeah, what are the keys or whatever? And is it Smite, God of War, Smite, Age of Mythology, Smite, my bad for Age of Mythology. And then WARD, oh, check, fixed it, WASD, and then someone else, WASD. It's like, okay, you guys are a bunch of gamers. Maybe the Steam ID is a good idea. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I didn't know about the WASD thing, I would assume the arrow keys. You know?
I can tell you
Which
the
is
truth,
what
sitting there watching
game?
a lot of Razor Fist arcades, and different people playing game and shit. Some of the interesting independent platformers strike me as pretty fucking interesting that you can play with a separate controller, like Hollow Knight. Looked fun as hell, and it's like, oh, and it's also hard as hell. And I'm like, good, it's challenging. And then all the Western themed games that I've seen Razor Fist play, like, you know, Red Dead 2 and so forth. It's like, yeah, I'd be all over that shit for PC. So it's not that I don't find the games like, oh fuck, I really want to play that. No, there's all sorts of them. But that Smite game, not so much. Dead by Daylight, and I know that Eve really digs it, but that game doesn't. No. I understand the draw for it. It's just I just don't feel that draw.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hollow Knight is good.
I feel like such a fucking 10-year-old noob. I want to play a platformer. I'm gonna buy Super Mario Brothers. You know, it's like no, Hollow Knight was a smash success. Fuck that.
Yeah, and it's getting a sequel out soon, I think. Soon-ish. So, yay.
Yeah. What was the other Western-themed game that I saw that looked like such a fucking blast, and it was so cheap when I looked it up? Path to Juarez? Road to Juarez? Something like that? I just have to go back through Razor Fist's arcade series. The whole game was told as a series of flashbacks, as a tall tale told by a gunslinger in a bar. And then every one of the flashbacks, it's like a first-person shooter game, Western-themed. And it's the gunslinger becomes the narrator for the game, talking about all of these adventures that he's been through, and you become him in the flashbacks and the first-person scenario. And I'm like, oh fuck, this game looks so sweet. Yeah, and it was like $15 or something like that when I looked it up. I'm like, oh man, I'd be all over this. Call of Juarez. Thank you, Cynic.
Yeah, it's amazing how many just how many indie games are way less than what you would think, price-wise.
Yeah. I can't see myself ever buying. What was the legendarily bad game that came with the extras, including the Nuka-Cola bottle?
Fallout 76, I think?
Was it?
Yeah, it was a Fallout game.
And the bottle of Nuka-Cola that was actually just like a plastic encasement of it.
Really I'm not even a fan of Fallout, and I feel for you guys. Oh my god.
Why that? Yeah, there's Reaper with the Fallout. What brought it to mind was the idea of the special edition of the game that comes in the special case with the such and such and limited edition and all this extra crap you don't really need, and there's like total buyer's regret afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
Oh no. I can't ever see myself doing that. I will buy a lot of special edition shit, but I can't see myself doing it in games. It's like I've never fallen into the collector's stuff. As many books as I have for all the years of university, I've never fallen into the trap of buying first editions or anything like that. I felt the draw. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. And I'm like, why though? Oh yeah, never mind. You know?
Yeah, I mean, with books, I think the only time I've like gone back and rebought books is like the Del Toro series, and that's just because those books I have from being a kid, they're kind of falling apart. So it's kind of like, well, why not just get the better bound book for it? But yeah, like it would have to be something else for me to like have multiples of the same book.
And Gokato's like, yeah, it was dark rum. I do remember that. I'm wondering what trouble they had with internationally shipping an alcoholic beverage like that. But I remember, yeah, you had to buy it special, and the Internet Historian video is the only place that I remember it from. That's how I found out about it. I didn't know the detail of what had happened there.
Really bad, but I didn't realize how bad until I saw that. I'm like, oh shit, it's worse than I thought.
No, that birthday cake's real. Somebody, speaking of which, somebody like 3 hours ago said, wait a minute, if this is the 1940s during rationing, did Polly steal that cake? It's none of your business. I'm well liked in this neighborhood, and I just came here and the cake was here. It was just...
just randomly left cake.
Well, they
I asked Polly when he first showed, like, what he was doing, right? Like, what kind of cake is that? And what was the cake?
It was German chocolate.
Yeah, a German chocolate cake. And I didn't even pick up on this, but Zelthor then said, like, wait, so you have a German chocolate cake during 1940s?
Yeah, 1942.
Yeah. Yeah, specifically 1942, middle of World War II. German chocolate cake.
Yeah, it's not a good time to start recommending Japanese food and German food. It just was no.
Really not.
That was funny. I totally forgot that it's like, yeah, wait a minute. That was just the first thing that came to mind. Was the
yeah, like we both blanked on that.
Oh yeah,
What?
That reminds me. And it is consistent. The bar. We time traveled back here to 1942. And my birthday is September 14th, and it's a Monday, right? Do you know what September 14th, 1942 was? A Monday.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Because I looked up, I thought I'd have fun by looking up like what happened on September 14th, 1942, right? And it started listing off all this stuff, and the first thing it says, it was a Monday. I'm like, no kidding. Cool. Oh, Jack's here now. Well,
Hey.
that was the well, Jack's probably been listening this whole time. He can be chat shy. But that's thank you, Jack. I appreciate that, man. We're doing another one tomorrow, and Sinatra will be there, and I was going to DM you afterwards to say certain people who showed up, and then Monkey said he might come on, but then he didn't, and then he started his own stream, and then I figured you'd be streaming with him, and then I was going to DM you afterwards, and I'm drunk and rambling, can you tell? And so we're going to do another stream tomorrow night, and you should totally come on then, because Quiz couldn't come on tonight because he had another 12-hour shift and the painting stream that I forgot that he does on Mondays. And so, yeah, that would be sweet if you guys could both be on tomorrow night. That'd be hot. And we could do it earlier and shit.
Yeah. But speaking of which, so do you want to end it now? So you continue to have content for tomorrow?
Yeah, we haven't gotten on to.
I mean, I've still got the police blotters here.
Yeah, and it's
Save that.
the police blotters, and we haven't talked about the shaver mystery, which is a nice coincidence that Jack showed up here at the time because he's the one who told me about the shaver mystery. You're gonna love this far.
Oh god.
Guy who writes fantasy novels back in the 1940s, and people still to the day persist in believing that they were factual nonfiction, like with UFOs and shit. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
So, Scientology then.
You know, it's interesting because L. Ron Hubbard comes up rather quickly.
I completely pulled that out of my ass, but okay. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even see that Jack was here earlier. That sucks, man. I missed a whole bunch of people. God damn it. But yeah, tomorrow. We'll start earlier and do it right. And drag Sinatra in because I'm going to guilt him all day tomorrow. And Gamer Valine's back. Oh, I see. Went over to Monkey's channel. Gamer Valine. Yeah, it's fine. All of these streams, except for Sinatra's, stay up after they're over.
Mm-hmm.
So you can watch them later. That's the point. Except for Sinatra, who takes them down.
I mean, and there might be a chance Well, might take this down, but you never know.
I don't know. I don't think I've embarrassed myself that badly. But in any case.
We'll see how you feel in the morning.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got some articles about the Shaver mystery, and it's a good time. Is the music period accurate? In the sense of the feeling, yes. Yes.
In the sense of when it was produced, probably.
Yeah. I'm not... I actually did pull some old music from the 1940s, but the low fidelity and scratchiness of vinyl from the 40s is just kind of like, is it even worth it? And it's supposed to be like you're actually there listening to... Well, it's not supposed to be. The band actually is here in 1942 playing, so it should have a richness of sound, you know. All right, so here it is. We are going to wrap up now because Platty's telling me to, and other people are judging me. All right, thank you to everybody for coming and keeping us company tonight. Thank you to Far and Weibo for keeping me company at the bar. Thank you especially to everybody who was so very generous with the tips to the bartender. Greatly appreciated. I've got to think of a... Maybe the back room that I designed for Noir Bar. That should be the VIP room. I should open that with my new computer. That's when I'll do it. The first stream with the new computer will be the back room. Because I've already designed the back room. Yeah, anyway. So again, thank you very much to everybody who donated. It was greatly appreciated, sincerely. And we will be back tomorrow with more people for part 2. And last year, I did a 2-part birthday stream, so we're going to do it again, this year. Why not?
Traditions.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, everybody. And thank you very much for all the birthday wishes. You guys are awesome. I love how many people showed up. Like old school people, new school people. It was a fucking blast. Have a good night, everybody. I'm going to go drink some water and then start drinking more bourbon. I will I will talk to